And we should be live. Another day, another time, Thomas tells me, oh no, Marnix, I don't want to live stream today. Go fuck yourself, whatever. I don't know if I should swear this early, honestly, in live streams. I know for regular YouTube videos it doesn't show. Hi everyone, good evening, good morning, whatever, wherever you are from. I just wanted to do another live stream. So the plan is simple, we're not doing anything crazy. If you're not familiar and you're not in our Discord yet, there is this channel called Improve My Game, and there's a whole bunch of threads that you can make in there, like you can be like, hey, new post. And it's kind of like whatever you're dealing with. Ideally, it doesn't have to be playtest, but things like, hey, look at my store page, look at this, look at that, look. And also, it doesn't even have to be like game related. It could just be like a question of like, hey, how do I do this, whatever. Like I'm thinking about some design stuff, whatever. Put a post in here, and then I'll go and cover it normally throughout the stream. And if there's no stream when you put a post in here, there's still a lot of really helpful people. Like for example, as you can see here, this guy, he was like, oh, I need a playtest. And our audience is honestly kinda some of the nicest people, some of the most chill people that you'll find in the Game Dev Discord server. We're also right now at exactly 3,000 people. So I think it's a good place if you have questions and things like that. Something like, yeah, play my game and tell me if it's worth investing time in. Those are things where it is like a question I often get of like, hey, sure, I have this cool idea, but is it enough, so to say? Yeah, Duotown is, for example, there are some super nice people in it. I am in it as well. I am too much in it. I am not some mythical entity that you can't like DM or message or whatever. Most of the time, I think I'm like the #1 poster still in the Discord lifetime. So I noticed as well, actually, if I go to, I kind of did an oopsie. So normally what I do is when you see these thumbnails, right? It's like, my thought is, okay, it's like 3 games. Or like, I just take like 3 of the things in here, like, hey, for example, Heavy Metal Slimes. We'll take a look at it. I put in the thumbnail. I realized like these 2 games, like the center and the left one are the exact same. And then we have this 3rd one. So I'll just go cover those 2 first. And then if other things come on in, well, basically just make a post of it and we'll keep covering it. Kind of a chill one. Okay, yeah, someone already got it, I think, because there's a new post here now. Yeah, Quill Crossing Arcade Challenge game. Please let me know what you think. So this is perfect. We'll take a look at you in a second. I am gonna start though with the ones I put in the thumbnail, because I've had so many times where I like kind of get distracted that I don't cover the thumbnail. Games that are like, oh my god, my game was on the thumbnail. What a clickbait, you never covered me. So let's start with some Steam capsules. From Particularities Julian, he also, we'll get to him in a second again. He's making a game. Yeah, so he's looking for some stuff. So he wants to make a Steam capsule banner, and he has 3 different options. And I have my Photoshop open because I think that there's some interesting stuff in here. I'm just gonna make a new one that's 2000 by 2000 pixels, let's say. I think that's way too big, but yes. I think we'll also have to take a look at the game in a second, but we'll get there. I'm gonna make this not white, actually, so it's not as hard on the eyes. Yeah. And then 2 others, let's pull them in. How's everyone been doing? Mr. Nick's Exponential Studios. It's going pretty good, like I said. I'm just, you know, Thomas has been, I really considered going live yesterday with like a stream titled Thomas Left Me for a Woman, so let's entertain myself with chat, because he went out on another date yesterday. Dude, I think his New Year's resolution is to find a girlfriend this year, which is like, can you blame the guy? On the other hand, I can blame the guy, because I want Biting to succeed as well. Okay, so I think before we actually dive into the exact capsules, one final thing that we should get out of the way first. Oh, it's this game. I talked to the guy in Discord a bit. Yeah, because he made this other post of, he's making a game that's like all engine, it's some custom engine stuff, I think. I'm gonna mute this. But it's like a top-down shooter-y thing. It's pretty satisfying. Also, it's in 480p. I'm sorry, I don't make the rules. Who uploads a 4:3 video at 480p in 2025? Like, your New Year's resolution should in fact be 1080p instead of 480p. But So this is the game for which we're going to be looking at capsules now. I think keep that in mind, because this is a thing that you often hear of, like, oh, if you're making a pixel art game, like a lot of beginning developers say this, don't you need a pixel art? Okay, people like the game, which is already a good thing. But you often hear of, like, oh, if you're making a pixel art game, you need a pixel art capsule. Like, for example, I think Traveler's Rest does that. And I think that's, is this even a pixel art capsule? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, okay, this is a pixel art capsule for a pixel art game, right? This is the default gut feeling that a lot of people have. I, however, wouldn't suggest going for pixel art capsules, which is good because that's also what he didn't go for in this case. Now, he has 3 different versions, so I think his logo is pretty similar throughout all 3. I think that's just the PNG slapped on top. And then we have 3 versions of the capsule. And the problem that you're going to inherently run into is that none of these 3 capsules really... I feel like I should have just put all 3 in a row, actually. Let me just... because I don't want to keep scrolling up and down. I feel like that's even more annoying. Where do I do my edit image? Canvas size. I'm just going to make it 1200 wide and 2100 tall. Way nicer. Let's just fill this boy up again. Okay. Yeah, this is easier, I think, for you. Yeah, you like the top one? I think none of them are perfect, but I do like the top one the most as well. So, oh, I can do like the cool stuff now. If only I had like a drawing pad and I could do like the whole good circling. I'll be stuck to my mouse now. Oh, I feel like a true artist now. Who does like those like, you know, reviewing your portfolio. So I don't like how different, I'm not a graphical artist, keep that in mind, but I've made my fair share of capsules throughout the day. It almost looks the same. I don't think so. Like, is this AI generated? I don't know, because like, probably honestly looking at today's day and age, yeah, because like this tree has some weird artifact. Yeah, okay, yeah, these, where's the second eye? This is like, what are these arms? Okay, so you're probably using AI for some stuff at least. Yeah, because like the front stuff here. Okay, whatever, I don't mind that. It's a tool at the end of the day. But what you get then is this problem of this slime and like this green color is so very different from like, for example, the eyes and whatever. It feels out of place. It's kind of like the same thing with an acid flip of like, these things clearly weren't made by the same artist, just from like the color palette and things like that. I think that is something that is more solved here, but still you have kind of a disconnect between the logo green and like the slime green. I think this would be better though. You probably want to make the slime bigger as well. So let me quickly just get myself my lasso tool. I'll just do this. Okay, I'll do polygonal. Because at the end of the day, something I often say is like, oh, you should have at least like a face on your capsule. Faces do a lot for standing out, catching attention. I need to select the right layer. Can I just transform, make it bigger? Yeah, so I can basically just do this. I think something like this definitely is gonna be needed to make it bigger. Now, what size is this? Yeah, it doesn't match the background. I think I had this thing open here, the Steam capsule template as well, so I can look at it standalone. Is this the right? Wait, so this is main? Is it header then? No, because header is longer even. What's the resolution of his images, now that I think about it? Because don't just make random resolution. 1098 by 681, that's not a Steam resolution. Make sure that you validate that your stuff fits in the template, because as you can see here, like some stuff almost gets lost. I'm gonna use the store capsule main thing. Because now if you look at it, this is how Steam will display it. You have the little demo thing as well, which no problem here. You're not covering up logos. Another game we'll look at in a second is gonna do that. This is with Big Boy Slime already. I think this looks, because you have to remember it, you have to look at it from like very small and like far away, because on Steam, you're not gonna be super zoomed in all the time. I feel like this looks all right. Let me go back. I think this slime looks too friendly. And I think someone also said it, that the stroke also is a big difference, where neither of these really have strokes, whereas this one, you know, you have that lighter color. I think this is the last one he made. Like, he made multiple versions, and you can tell that this version, he had a better understanding, I think, of what you want. I should have probably made it in a different... here, like, probably you do want the slime to be lower. Yeah, I don't think I can easily select him again. Because, yeah, now it's in the same image. I think another problem is I would get rid of this gloss, the gloss through metal. Because you're covering up too much of the logo here. These ones are fine. But this one, either make it go like in between, like this. But I think you're covering up too much of the metal text now to really be readable of what is the logo name. Especially like the A, it's very much gone suddenly almost where you're looking at. Marnix just hit on it, great. Cutting through your title is bad. Oh yeah, indeed. Like, I like the overall style of the bolts, but I think you should not make it go... Like, here with the S, it's fine, because it's so limited still, like, and it's very distinct, the S. But I think with the metal, you shouldn't go that hard through it. Like, I'm gonna make this a bit darker so we can see the original, like, metal more clearly. I think this should be an easy one, because I assume that the bolts are drawn pretty quickly and are all separate, so you can probably just re-angle it, so we can keep looking at heavy metal. The trick is to take a screenshot of the Steam store and put your capsules in context. Yeah, that's a good idea as well. Because it is like, at the end of the day, like, if you see, oh, I didn't want to go back, like, if you see this Traveler's Rest, it's not that big at the end of the day. And yeah, sure, I'm 120% zoomed in. This is at 100% page zoom. You lose a lot of the fine detail already. Whereas like, oh yeah, this looks like obvious, looks very big, right? Good evening, Unit Chat Jinx as well. So I think because of that, like this slime is already enlarged, but it's still kind of too small. It should almost take up like, if I, like, okay, this is a shit shape, but like the slime should be almost this big and be more centered in the middle of, you know, where you have you get these guidelines if you download the Steam templates. If you don't know where I got those from, if you look up Steam graphical assets, here you have a Steamworks documentation page. And then here, this is like what explains all of the different rules for like your header capsule, small capsule, because of like, hey, it's very small, your logo needs to be much more legible. And you can just download here. You go up here, there's a button, download templates. If you click that, you can just do a Dropbox link. And this includes all of the pre-made PSD files where you can then also do stuff like, hey, okay, what's my DLC header? What if it's like music? What if it's a video, whatever? And then you can disable them as well and get a better idea of how will your capsules look overall. Is it? You can get it on the Steamworks SDK page as well, but you can also just get it from the Steamworks documentation, and this should be public as well. I don't think you need to log in for this. Yeah, so you don't even need to log in for this. You can just literally go to this link. I'll drop it in chat. No need to be logged in, whatever, and just download them. There are some parts of Steamworks, like documentation, that you do need to have like a Steam developer account. This is completely open. Because often, like, especially if it's like your first game, it takes like a while to actually get that Steam developer account set up. Honestly, it's been so long, I don't even remember how it was for us. Wow, good wording, basically. Yeah, none of your resolutions that you submitted, because you can see the aspect ratios here, right? Match what you submitted in your, where is it? Not this one, god damn it. Like this is a non-Steam aspect ratio, because if I just copy it and I go to File New, I should be able to see, yeah, 1089 by 681. Don't make that mistake. Like, look at these resolutions, because you'll notice that, oh, this looks good, right, on your main capsule. But then suddenly if you take that same on the header capsule, so this is the one that you see on your Steam page, suddenly it's like, oh, where's the slime now? So you should always have these things separate so you can very easily reposition everything. I think I can pull up, for example, Unicycle Pizza Time. I think I have Unicycle Pizza Time assets, yeah, here. So I have this whole structure, and then, because you also have like vertical assets and whatever, and by splitting everything up, it just gets a lot easier. Store page assets. So we have our header. And you can see here, okay, I have my logo. I can move this around at any point. I have my character, and then I have my main guy. And then I can do similar for the main capsule. Once again, I just throw in my background, I throw in my logo, I throw in all of that, and I'm done. Looking back at this, are there other things I would change? I think you have good contrast here because it's over the black people, like the shadow version of them, basically. I think overall contrast is always good. I think you have something darker going on, like an interior stroke or something, or like a drop shadow, to make sure that the logo is very readable. Because if you put this green, for example, over the orange, the readability goes down. These two logos, by the way, these two capsules couldn't fly because you have your logo in the top left corner, which, as you can see here, is where these tags come. And if this is covered by like your text or whatever, Steam can deny your page, and they'll be like, you need to redo the assets. For small capsules, they can ignore it, but especially for the main capsules, you always have to make sure that like you don't get something like this, because this will be not legible, and then they'll get angry at you. So that is one more thing to keep in mind as well. Hi, Alejandro, and Spellbinding Games, by the way, as well. So I think overall, if you have the slime separate, which you should, honestly, these two by far, like, what tier would I give this? I'm gonna make it white. I feel like this is a D tier. This is a C minus. And then assuming that he's bigger and then he would be moved lower, I would give it like an A, maybe not an S, but I think, yeah, he definitely needs to be more big to stand out, because he's gonna be the face on your Steam. They reject even if it's just a few pixels. Yeah, so the rejection, it's not always, because I was going through some submission for a Steam page recently as well. Let me see if I can pull it up. 1 second. I'm gonna find it. I just need to log into my Steamworks for a second. Because they did just give a warning once, but that was, I think, assuming for the small capsules, and the small capsule is just so impossibly hard to make it fill up like the entire text. Oh, can't I see my feedback? Oh, I guess I can't see it. I thought I saw it. Oh, I think I can find it in my email. Whatever. It's fine. Okay, let's hopefully not dox everything. Okay, it should be fine. Steamworks. Yeah, okay. So, okay, I can pull this up. No leaking here. So, suggested edits while reviewing your store page. We counted something you may want to fix. So I could still push the go live button. But it's like, yeah, product name is partially obscured by demo banner. This is in case of the small capsule, which I think is the one that they are all right with, but I've known especially for the main capsules and the header capsules, they do not like it. So like these two heavy metal, like this one wouldn't fly. Like this would simply not be submitted or like approved. Just left a little E behind the demo thing. Yeah. I think overall, direction goes better. This gives it more of, you know, the action shot. Maybe you can even give it like some speed lines like this behind it. I don't know. Give it some more like punch, so to say, because he's flying into battle. Probably you want to do some green though. Mean green. Yeah, make him even bigger, have him as a separate file. And I think then you can have a pretty solid approach here. Now, he had a second thing as well. I already forgot what. Feedback on game graphics. So the thing is, he gave 480p images. I found him on Itch as well. Can I find it in like a description? Yeah, here. So here we can get a bit higher quality graphics instead of just purely 480p, because my god, who does 480p in today's day and age? It's heavy metal slime surviving this intense particle art shooter. So particle art makes me also think of games like Noita and whatever. Well, now his sprites. Yeah, my dude, why do you do it in 480p, please? It's so sad. I think it's like from a development perspective, this is cool. But from I am a gamer and I want to play this game, there's, I think, too much black as well, too much negative space, too much empty space, where I don't think this is like a great, appealing game for a gamer on Steam. What are you looking at? I moved away from simple geometric shapes, not sure how I feel about this. Oh, okay, so this was before where he had the cubes, like this was the before, I guess. And then, we really have to watch the 480p video, my dude. Like, what am I supposed to see in here? Because it's so tiny. Like, it looks like a little pixel art thing, but it's just more pixelated from YouTube than it is from the actual video, like from the actual game. Because that's the thing, this very much feels like a game that should stay on Itch right now. And I think that's the bigger problem of, like, you have this cool slime movement. Like, the slime is kind of satisfying with like how it keeps oozing down. But the other characters, they kind of just float around. It doesn't feel like it really makes much sense. And I don't see this as a game that's gonna have a lot of success on Steam. Because like, if you look at this versus you look at a Noita, it's like, it's not even the same. Like Noita, okay, I know it's a different style game, but if you're going for that hardcore, like real life particle stuff, this looks good still. There's no darkness here. Like, you know, you have the cave backgrounds and things like that. You're missing all of that background as well, which is another thing. Like, this very much feels of, okay, I followed the Godot tutorial or whatever on making a 2D top-down shooter. Yeah, black should be replaced with some background art, indeed, like what you have here. And it sucks, it's gonna take a lot of time, but if you put this on Steam, you're gonna because that is also the thing, like you have this really cool art and this feels like stylized, cartoony, whatever. I would expect the Cinti asset back if I look purely at this capsule, to be honest, which I think is fine, but that's like the vibe you evoke with me. And if then what I get is this, it feels very disappointing, I feel. You know, you get what I mean? It's not that I want to be mean to you, but it's just that, like, if someone does decide to click on your capsule art and then, yeah, they don't see Noita, but they see this, there's no fucking way they're gonna wishlist it. Like, you need to have some really good crack cocaine. Like if you do a demo or whatever, it really needs to be solid already for people to go that far. There's a very similar game, Notebuster. Oh. Yeah, okay. First thing I noticed, it's not a black background. Also, I feel like this is... Zoom in a bit. Like, you know, it's not about, like, you know, you have these random small things in the background and things like that as well. These things help to not make it feel empty. Like, imagine this was replaced with just pitch black. It would look so much worse. Oh, this has good juice as well, for example. Overwhelmingly positive. Nice. Like, this is just crack cocaine in a game base. Look at how the text shakes and things like that. Similar art indeed. But better than, it's not 480p. I feel like they just went crazy on the juice, and that's the main point almost with this game. Which is fine. And it clearly did work. And you have kind of that with the slime. I really like it almost feels like procedural slime oozing effects of the main character. But that kind of needs to be dragged out to everything. Also, this, how is the font for Notebuster? Actually, now I look at it. And is this game localized? Oh, it's not localized. Oh, I feel like with this resolution of font, you can still localize the game. And localization is always worth it. If you have this, which is like what? 1, 2, like 5 pixels high, 6 pixels high. That's too low to like localize to other languages, basically. Side-scrollers sell notoriously bad on Steam, so implying that your game is a side-scroller in your thumbnail. Yeah, I don't think that's... I think the side-scroller aspect is not really shown in the third one. Wait, where are they again? Like this one, definitely, these two feel like 2D platformers, these bottom two. I think this top one is more abstract of what exactly the game is going to be. I almost feel like this could make me feel like it's a rhythm game instead of a side-scroller. But I think regardless, I think always people are going to look at this and be like, questionable. By the way, hi Michael. I didn't know you watched as well. And hi Hona Leri. Because it is like, oh yeah, Marnix, go fuck yourself, because this is only in English. But I think you want to have as many languages if possible. Like, yeah, this still sold really well. But you're hedging your bets that only English-speaking people will like play this game. There are some pretty good like Japanese and Chinese pixel art fonts as well. That you do need. I think the minimum is like 14 pixels high, because yeah, put a kanji in a pixel art font. We use them for Songs of Everjade. You want to have every possible piece of advantage you can have. Are we submitting questions somewhere or just posting them here? So. If you check the description, there should be an explanation as well. In our super cool, super awesome Discord server, there is a channel here. Oh, I always forget. Called Improve My Game. And in here, you can make posts of like what's going on. You can put screenshots, videos, whatever. And then we just go through that basically. This is like the more structured way for me to do it. Yeah, you're supposed to have an Improve My Game. Okay, yeah, so someone else just sent one in. Here, by Long Sleeve Games, for example. So we'll get looking at it. I don't know how much of a demo I'll play, because, okay, so this is maybe awkward to explain. Give me a second. I need to send you a video of how I work, I think, to explain this correctly. Say hi, chat. Because playing demos from where I currently am is kind of miserable for a simple reason. Go on, load pictures. I don't want to leak anything, but my Google Photos should upload. It's basically a logistical nightmare for me to play games here, is what it comes down to. Why is it not uploading? Would you review an itch page? I would. Anything goes. I think it's literally the title of this stream, right? Answering your games. Okay, so this is the current setup. Wow, this picture looks horrible. I'm running an ultra wide, and then a 16 by 10 laptop. Doing anything, like the way this works is like I have like fancy zones set up to make like a 16 by 9 aspect ratio part of my ultra-wide. But most games, especially like prototypes, they don't support like windowed mode, and it's just miserable for me. So that's why I'm not a fan of playing games on this type of stream. Sometimes I go to another place and I have an actual 16 by 9 display there. Then I can do better like actual feedback, actual playtesting. Also, a lot of your prototypes aren't meant for ultra wides or for 16 by 10, and the UI like falls out of the window and things like that. Steam Deck laptop? What? Steam Deck laptop? I have a Steam Deck, but I don't know what you mean with Steam Deck laptop. Okay, whatever. Did you ever have to give feedback on a Roblox game? Oh yeah, Steam Deck laptop aspect ratio wise. Yeah, 16 by 10 indeed. It's more and more common for laptops, and I genuinely do like it. It's just miserable for live streaming where everything is the standard 16 by 9. And it's like I could do 16 by 10, but then I'd also be looking to the side the entire time. So just know that I want to do dedicated like playing your game streams as well, but it's not going to be today. Okay, another ultra-wide monitor fan, so that's good to go. I think I was kind of done with this game, right? So I'm going to go through the second game from... because this I tested in advance, because I was like, I need to put something on a thumbnail. I am going to, with all of that set of like, oh, I don't like playing other people's games or whatever. I tested this one out. He was like, hey, give me some feedback. And the good news is with like the very, very prototypey games, they're often windowed first, like Godot games especially. So I kind of wanted to give this a go as well. Any tips on how to do shockwaves? I have no idea, Klaus. I'm sorry. Nice LG, my setup looks almost identical, only 2 monitors on the left. I do not have space for 2 more monitors. I like considered, wait, do I still have it open? I don't think I do, okay, wait. I can pull it up again. There's like one thing I consider, but it's like, this is overkill and I'm not gonna use it enough. Oh, that's the wrong tab, goddammit. It's like have like a display here at the bottom. Wait, where is it? So I can draw on it. Damn, this looks awkward. Like this style. Okay, that's kind of a weird aspect ratio. Just so I have a 16 by 9 display that's like relatively forward for me, but it's like, I don't want to deal with that. The Discord, Alan. Oh, yeah. If you have a game, but the demos are probably not going to be played much today. Just do it vertically, yeah. Those are display boxes for turn. Yeah, the thing is that I also have is I have like a 16-inch USB-C monitor, but it's like too far down that I have to look. It's not ergonomic either. Anyways, let's help Adil here. Adil made a game jam and then worked a little over a month on a Freak Detective. I'm pretty sure it's a frog detective inspired game. Short, cozy, feel good and wholesome story game. I appreciate some playtesting feedback. This is a Godot game. I tried it before. I can play this windowed, so I was like, I'm gonna give it a go still. Okay, Robin, remind me after I've gone through this cat game, and then I'm gonna show the cool stuff. Okay. I hope I'm not making you guys deaf, because I need to go to my volume mixer now and nuke this volume, because it's very much a prototype. Oh, where's my mouse? Ta-da! So we have this game. Navigation is kind of awkward because I need to have moved a certain amount before my mouse becomes available. I hope wait, I'm gonna turn off the other music for a second. Just so we can listen to only this one. And then let me pull up this again as well. Don't you remember? Today's the day you'll be going on your big adventure. Of course. The cat sound effect. There's no menu, there's no setting sliders, there's nothing, by the way. This is purely a prototype, I feel. Okay, so I feel like I need to go and find 4 people. Okay. I need to find 4 people and collect the magic glowing fruit. And I think that is a magic glowing fruit, so let's just speedrun this one. Ta-da! You got the magic glowing fruit. Can I talk to you again now and give it to you? Magic glowing fruit? I already have it. I feel like it's... Oh, I need to find 5. Okay. Oh. Oh, I just wanna... No, Mom. Goodbye. You know what this game reminds me of? This feels like Lego Island. I don't know if I'm the only one here. My little brother. There's too much text. I think you should just write a book. Because this is also not really deep text. This feels like a very generic first time writing a game story. I can read fast. I'm not skipping. I'm reading very fast. You may call BS on that, but I can read super fast. That is one of my superpowers. The level is also like, it's super small, the world. Like, I do like the concept of like, you know, this is like the, what's that? Not tiny glades. Short hike, like, you know, it's like open world, but very much small. Like, it's a small open world. The problem is, oh, get shit on that. The problem is there's nothing. Oh, I just get teleported. No, I don't need help. No, okay. Come on, don't tell me this is not great dialogue. I'm sorry, I don't feel like. Yeah, Wind Waker, I guess. The music. There's no paddle. Okay, so I have to find you a paddle. Damn, my dad is about to go into a depressive episode and kill himself. Alright, see ya. So I guess now we have to find a paddle as well, and we have to find Grandma and the sister. A cat should be able to jump high. I feel like we can jump high. The people who will get them. I don't know if you should do smileys in like dialogue, because it doesn't make sense. Oh, there's the camera. And now we should find Grandma on the mountain. Are cats very narcissistic? I think so. My cat is currently freezing because it snowed in Belgium. I feel like if I want to get this fruit, I'm gonna fall down, right? Oh my god. Jesus. Oh. Also, why do I have an astronaut hat on? Oh, I air strafed. I feel like movement is very weird, but sure. Hey, Grandma. Enjoying the view? No, who is this? Oh, let's add some dementia in this. I also don't like the, you know, you see how the camera moves? Like, now, poof, goes back to me, back to her, back to me, back to her. That's annoying. Keep it to the same, I feel. Camera reminds me of UPT. I think UPT had a better camera. The dialogue is so dumb, alas. Everyone on the island is like, no. No. Okay, so now we also need to find a fishing rod. Can I... Oh, I can go up here. I'm kind of missing, like, something to tell me that I'm doing a good job as well. Got a magic growing flute. Oh, there's another one here. Oof. Okay. I got 4 magic glowing fruit, and then probably the last one will be down here somewhere. No. Do you have an inner voice? I do have an inner voice. Yeah, it sounds just like me. Do I have to talk to you again? Okay, so I only... God damn it. I only need 1 more magic glowing fruit, I guess. Oh, yeah, I wanna go away. Where is the final magic glowing fruits? I don't know. If not, then you'll likely be able to read faster. I read really, I turn off my inner voice when reading. If the thing is, I don't want, like, if I'm reading a sci-fi book or whatever, I don't really, I'm like, oh, gotta stick to the grind set and read super fast. But it's like, I can turn it on and off if I want my inner reading voice. Ah, here's the last magic fruit. Ta-da! I don't think I've seen text effects in games. It's very common, and you kind of like the little waves over them. Like, yeah, I collected. Oh, I got the fishing rod for Grandma. So do I now? I don't like how she says like go find the others now, but you do know that like, oh, I completed it. Also, can I cheat this? Oh, I can't. God damn it. Yeah, the environment is very empty. That's what I said of like, I get what they're going for with like, the short hike, like a tiny open world experience. But it's too empty in this case. Can I? Yeah, yes, let's go. Can I beat Grandma with that fishing rod? I have a fishing rod. Why is she gonna? How long is her? I like the animations and whatever. Da-da-da-dum. Her glasses. Also added so that you can press like spacebar or anything else than like left mouse button to continue, because it's like, oh, I was drinking something and it's like stuck. I lost my glider. Grandma, what the fuck is wrong with you? I'll see you at the... No, I didn't want to go there. Oh, where is the glider? Is it gonna be spawned now on top of the cliff? I feel like it is. Yeah, okay, so now it got spawned here. Oh, I have to manually... Wait, how do I activate this? Oh, I have to keep space held. You probably want to have Grandma give a tutorial for that. Yeah. Okay, I guess I'm done. How do I finish the game? Because I feel like I'm basically done. I found the others. This feels like a weird mechanic. Strange, the pedal. Oh, I need to find the pedal still. Where the fuck am I finding it? Oh, can I can swim, right? Okay, this is cursed. You probably don't want to look up in the water. Okay, I feel like I'm gonna give up on finding the pedal. I love small games with quirky dialogue, a goofy story. It just needs more polish and it needs more content. Yeah. I don't really know how to finish. Because maybe the game is too easy for me, but I don't know where the pedal is always with the boat, but now it isn't. And it's like, where is the pedal now? Also, this feels like a developer debug cheat code. It's too easy now that you can just glide around everywhere. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it at this. Is there any combat in this game? I would guess not really. Okay. Some can't hear music. Okay, I don't have that. Let me pull up the itch page again. Oh, nobody commented on this. I'm so sorry, Adil. This is also like almost a month old. I'm sorry. So heavily inspired by the Frog Detective series. I'm not sure, honestly, what... Okay, it's a game series. Oh, I've seen this. Never mind. Yeah. Okay, so you've got a different style. But like, how the dialogue is done is like very different. You see like how this text is like moving. Like that's the kind of polish you're gonna need to go for probably. And like the styling. I think the writing is pretty meh. The glider staying on the back is odd. I think it's like a cape and then he like holds out the cape if he's flying, so to say, with the glider. But his cat saying goodbye to its family. I don't hate it. I think there needs to be more visualization to the player of progression of like what has been going on. Why are we doing whatever we're doing, so to say. The glider was pretty smooth. The glider was so unbalanced. It was so overpowered. Oh, if someone could record their playthrough for me, well, I guess you can just watch the VOD again, a deal, and look at it that way. Yo, Marnix, I dropped the thing in video ideas. Ah, are you talking about this one? Are you, Izuma, are you the spineless fish? Because I do have some ideas about that. Anyways, reminder for the thing. Yeah, I think I'm pretty much done with this. I don't think there's any combat. The question is it going to be a full game or is it going to stay a game jam? That is something that Adil is only going to know. I think taking this from what it's at now and going to like a commercial releasable thing is going to take a lot of work still. It's going to need a full rewrite. It's going to need a lot more mechanics because right now I'm already bored of kind of just running around because I kind of knew like, oh, Grandma's probably, I knew like, oh, I need to just walk around the island the entire time and then I would find it. So yeah. When is the video on game ideas out? It's probably gonna take a while because I'm gonna do it with Thomas and it's probably gonna be, so the idea actually is we're gonna do it as a live stream, like, you know, those March Madness brackets. Does this, like, we're gonna do like a bracketing of game ideas where we're going to take like 64 different game ideas and then put them in like one of these brackets. And then for like a very long time, probably duke it out to find who is the optimal best game idea. And the winner gets absolutely nothing except his game idea is probably going to get stolen by someone. But that's kind of the idea we have now for the game ideas video. Do we get to vote to see what wins? We'll see how much we'll take in viewer votes. It's going to be a live stream because this is going to be a long thing probably. But I don't know. You have to ask Thomas when he's not planning on going out on dates so we can finally stream it together. What's your opinion on games with an M rating? Does it limit the sales? I released a game called Guts out on Android. I'm considering releasing a single. I think M rating is fine. It's only if you go for the 18 plus that it's an issue. Anyways, I forgot the name. Robin. Was it Robin? I forgot. I think it was. Yeah, it was Robin. So Robin was earlier today. Oh, why you guys write so much? Robin earlier today, for context, he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna just take a quick screenshot so I can put this bigger." Because this is a question I think that is always nice. I just sent out 150 emails to YouTubers, each with a key. That's good. 150 is already pretty good. I quickly look at each channel to see if they have a chance. They'll cover my game is over 0. Now I've thoroughly ran out of channels though. Does anyone have tips for quickly searching for international channels? And do they work even if the game is not localized? Also, is it worth it to start looking for blogs on websites? Blogs on websites? No, probably. Like, you can reach out to press. We've done so very limited, but press I don't think is going to be worth it. For context, I'm assuming it's going to be for the game Realms of Madness or just Realm of Madness? Realms of Madness. So this one, it does have a pretty good art style actually. Or like it's actually, I don't know how I feel about the art. It's a very cohesive art style at least. It's very not standard. That's not the point here. I'm going to talk about how you can find YouTubers to cover other... adult games do really well, though, if they have high enough quality. Yeah, but then you get limited where, like, for example, in Germany and whatever, it's hard to come out. It's different. But don't worry about M. There's no difference between, like, E for Everyone or M for Mature on Steam, because everyone on Steam says they're 18 anyway. So this is the game, and he's like, okay, I'm looking for content creators. I'm going to show something that is something that I have early access to, but that's probably going to come out at some point later this year, and it's really fucking cool, I think. Because what I used to do before, if you just go to YouTube, I hope I'm on the Bite Me one and not my personal one. Yeah, okay. Jesus Christ, everyone, start making games, shipping your game easy. Roadmap 2025, Roadmap 2025. Okay, whatever. So I have a game, Realms of Madness, and it's gonna be localized in English, Dutch, French, German, Japanese, Portuguese, whatever. Okay, what are similar games? Age of Darkness, Republic of Planets. Let's take Frozenheim. One easy thing that I do is like, okay, you look up Frozenheim, and then how I quickly do it is, if I want to go for Japanese, I just switch to Japanese keyboard and I type in game behind it. Ta-da! Here you go with all the Japanese YouTubers, or at least you get some more. So here you can see Moroto Fukaketo. Jesus Christ, that's a long ass name. This is a cheat code that I know of, at least for Japanese. Just put game. I'll copy paste it in chat so you can copy paste it as well if you're too lazy. Put this behind the name of any game that you want to find Japanese streamers of. Like if you're like how we did it, for example, there was this one game for UPT that was called Stretcherman, very popular in Japan. So I just looked up Stretcherman game, and then you find all the Japanese YouTubers. This is pretty easy for finding Japanese ones. Now, this same strategy does apply to other languages to a certain degree, but like, I think, can you look up German, for example? No. Yeah, okay, maybe Stretcherman in German gives some other results. Oh, it's also Stretcherman Spiel. That was the one I did. But I think this one didn't work as well. But this, for example, is Indonesian. But this is kind of a manual and hard approach, I would say. What you can do now is, there is this tool, I've talked about them before, Impress. So they're the ones who, just for a reminder, they have this thing where you can see like, oh, all of the YouTubers who cover you. No, we have Fort Pending, for example, where I get notified of like, hey, someone made a video about Unicycle Pete's time. Cool. And 13K views, not bad. And they're also the people who do Press Kitty that I know a lot of you also use. And they have a new tool that they're working on called Launchpad. And I think this is the first time that they're probably getting any public coverage. I want to find creators for my game. I'm going to look for a game. Wait, can I give my own? I forgot how to. Let's take Frozenheim. Yeah, no, this is everyone who plays Frozenheim. Okay, this is still broken. This is very much early access. So, okay, Frozenheim. I put in Steam URL, and then now it should. I've done some debugging. I need to pull up the console as well. Okay, it seems to be pulling stuff. I think I can just cheat this and open the API call directly. Yeah, I think if I refresh the page now, this is very early. This is why you probably can't do it yet, but it's really cool. I think now it should load correctly. Yeah. So now you can see, you get a full list of everyone who covered Frozenheim, how many subscribers, how many total views, how many videos they uploaded. And then for German type Deutsch, yeah. So those things work. So now we can see very easily all of these YouTubers have covered, yeah, here. So we saw this guy earlier when we were looking for a Frozenheim game. Very easily we can find all of the YouTubers that covered said game. And then what this is supposed to do is you have these buttons here as well that are like the pluses. And this Launchpad tool is supposed to also be like, you can add them to your lists and then you can send out through their stuff. It's super buggy. So far, this is the only thing that I've been using and that's actually been able to use really nicely. And then, yeah, we have like 3 pages of them. So what you can then do if you really want is just like open in YouTube all of them. And then what you can usually do is go to more. And then here, view email address, get the email address and add it to your list. And these are everyone with at least 1,000 subscribers as well. You can keep filtering through it. You can see how many views they got. Like you can filter on that as well. I think this is really cool. I can also add other games. So this looks really cool. The problem is this is not public yet. This is something that I have exclusive creator access to. Because it is very, very broken still. But it's from Impress Games. I talked about them before because they have Press Kitty, which is like very easy to make like press kits as well. and do that coverage bot. The Launchpad is still in development, and it's like in waves where you can already register for it now. It's completely free whilst in early access, as far as I can tell. At least I don't have to pay for it. There's no pricing for it yet. But it's wave-based, so you would have to go and do. How does this compare to Keymailer? I think Keymailer is kind of ass. And how does this differ is this is not you send out to other people. Keymailer is you have this whole bunch of keys you put on Keymailer, and then other people can request it. This is basically what we do, what I used to do with like an Excel file of all the emails. It's just done now through this. So like, for example, you can do like templatized of sending your emails outwards. I haven't, like all of this is kind of broken, like I said. So far, the only thing, and I even had to talk with Ashley, the like guy who made this, because it's just one guy basically, and then he has someone to help it. I've helped him debugging like a whole bunch of issues already, because this is super, super early. But the idea is that soon-ish you can just put in your own Steam page URL, and it's going to look at what are similar games, and it's going to give you a whole list of creators that you can easily add to your list. And as you can see, you can add keys as well, and they will automatically get pushed into it. There's another tool, pixel washers. Oh, no, not pixel washers. Oh, not Pixel Nexus. One time I talked to a studio from Germany, and they were making something similar, but it was priced at like $100 a month or something. It was some crazy number. But yeah, this is right now. I think it's still, because it's in early access, so it's gonna be free for now. This is stuff. This is gonna cost money at some point. I can tell you that. There's no way this is gonna be free, because this is gonna save you literally hours by just being able to so quickly find all the YouTubers, all the stats, and everything like that. So this is the cool thing I wanted to show, Robin, because this is something that's kind of hard to explain, because I can't send a link to this. It's just I need to show my screen and show it. But for example, I think I can like look up Unicycle Pizza Time, for example, as well, because the way it works is like for example, the Steam search is like ass. This feature of like try Steam URL, I was like, please add this so we can actually use this, because it is very much in development. Unicycle Pizza Time, and then we just it's this one, throw it in, and then once again, you can just do it all. Oh, you can also even look at who covered it on TikTok and Twitch. So you're not only stuck to YouTube. Okay, that's pretty cool. And then here as well, like 80 Level and Automaton covered us. And then Famitsu Gema. So this is something to keep your eye on. They have a Discord. I don't know. I feel like they won't mind if I shout them out. Do they have a Discord? If you want to know more, they have a Discord. The URL is Impress Games. Is there an estimated release date? I have no idea. But you can go in their Discord server here. I don't know if anyone is joining or not. But in here, there's a channel Launchpad as well. So earlier today, a bunch of people got Launchpads. And then here, there's a form to apply for it. And then you can get into it soon. So this is kind of my suggestion if you do want to try it out. It's not going to be where you get it instantly. I don't know how it's going to work in terms of you getting access, but it is something really cool that, hey, it's too early. It's not like I can make a top 7 game dev resources. Oh, it's $24 a month. Do they have pricing available already? Right now, where did you find $24 a month? Pricing is on the site. I don't press kitty. And coverage bot. Coverage bot is different. Coverage bot is not Launchpad. I'm pretty sure Launchpad has no pricing yet. Coverage bot is this thing where you can see who has covered you, but it's not to find other people. But honestly, I would still, yeah. By the way, you can use code BITEME10 to get 10% off. Yeah, this is different. Launchpad is still too early in development. I think genuinely, if they asked money for it, I would not be shouting it out like this, because it is still a hot mess. Like, keep that in mind. Very much a hot mess. But even then, you have to keep in mind, like $24 a month. It's like, how often do you need to make this list? Like, yeah, you can do it. I don't know if like Ashley, the guy, likes me saying this, but like you get it for 1 month, and it is probably going to save you a bunch of hours doing so because of how easy it is. There's probably one of the things that we're gonna add at some point as well is like filtering based on language and things like that. This is worth $24 if you just only need for like a month for like your big launch preparation. Is there a limit on the amount of Steam keys you can send? Probably not, because it's just email based and the amount of Steam keys that you have linked to it. But right now, I wouldn't suggest, I would for now just treat it as a way to find creators, because it's still very finicky. And like, I tried adding our email, it didn't work. And then I kind of just gave up. So yeah, Ashley, you're welcome. I don't know if you're welcome or not, or if there's like, join because of Marnix. Yeah. So that's already 2 people who came in. I'm sorry, Ashley. But yeah. Let's go back to our own Discord server, which is really cool and has gotten a lot of new posts in it as well. So yeah, limit on Steam keys, you can request like a few thousand if you want, basically. I'm gonna go over this one next by Mike 10. He is a returning user. He recently released his first game, a horror game VHS, and he's now making a new one in the style of Chilla's Art, The Closing Shift. So I know what the Chilla's Art Closing Shift is, but I'm not sure if you guys know, so I'm just gonna pull it up. Here you go. I'm gonna close some tabs in the meantime. So Chilla's Art is like this horror game publisher that has like a very distinct style, and they make like Japanese inspired horror games about a girl on a closing shift, you know, pretty successful. And he's making one that probably is that, but with a boba store, right? So he's like, what can I do about my capsules? So let's just pull up the capsules, and I think I still have my Photoshop open. Store capsule header. So yeah, it should look something like this on Steam. My first thoughts when I look at this is that I do not like the black border. I think the black border doesn't fully make sense. I think you could just as well do this. Because, or like maybe like have like the little corners vignette and that's it. Good day, Sarkis as well. And I think what could maybe help, but I'm too dumb in Photoshop to know how to do this exactly. I tried looking into it earlier. Is having like the, where's like the warp filter? Is it image? No, filter. Distort? No. Basically where, you know, the top is a bit curved, the bottom is a bit curved, like an actual TV, yeah. Yeah, the vignette makes it look, but I think the vignette, by default, I feel like it's too much black. Or if you do this, you should do it so that, but I don't know how to, do it. The font bothers me a bit, the general combination. I guess the font is not really thick, is maybe what you mean. I think it's overall pretty decent. I think it's very like clean. How do I explain this? CRT TV screen. You know, like how it's curved, basically. I'm missing that curvature effect right now. If you wanted to lean into the CRT thing, I would curve it a bit more so that basically the black disappears at the top because it almost goes out of frame. So to say, wait, can I really hope, last time I tried this, because perspective warp is kind of a bitch sometimes to use. Yeah, I don't think I can move like the center, right? Yeah, no, this is not what I wanted. Okay, no, but I kind of would go for like that bulbous, like widescreen curve view with this. I think overall this capsule is pretty all right. Otherwise, there's a second one though, and that one isn't all right. So I want to talk a bit about that one. The small capsule. At least what this guy did, Mike, good job, is he used the capsules, because here I take my store capsule small template, and you can already see the problem. The boba, like this is not going to pass probably through Steam's filtering, because your logo is covered up by your banner. They do check this, like kind of, like this would be accepted. I think probably what you're going to want to do most likely is just like move these things around so that the boba can be obscured. Oh, I don't want to move that. And then instead have it be more like this. Okay, yeah, like the layering is fucked now because of the shade, but this would be approved instead. The "the" is also so small because you have to remember you're going to look at it from this size. And I think even if I can pull up the, do I have my Steamworks store graphical assets? Yeah, here. Like here, even they say like logo is not legible at small size. The "the" is kind of too small, I think, here. Because if you look at it very small, Marnix, how is it all right if you could put eyes instead of few boobas? You mean boobas or bobas? I don't know what you want. Oh, we have a follower. I'm not even live streaming on Twitch, but thanks, Falstcom. I don't know how you got to this point. Like, what do you mean? I could put eyes instead of a few boobas? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sorry. But you're probably going to want to redo this. Redo the composition. Probably, I'm gonna move this above the other one. Like you can have the boba, because at the end of the day, I know like, yeah, this is probably going to be how the game looks most of the time, but this will not, like this will pause Steam, whereas this will not pause Steam. Oh, replace the bobas with eyeballs. I don't know how realistic it is to do that easily though. This is like the thing of like, yeah, it could be cool. Oh, also, I miss my music. I remember, I felt like it was suddenly eerily quiet. I would change the color of the tea shop to match the tea color. So like, probably a more bright one. Can I do this easily? Probably not. I can select color range. There's a bit of a gradient. Okay, this is gonna be fucked. Life is pain. Sure. Okay, yeah, no, I'm not good enough of a, like, can I maybe just do only this and then inside of here? I'm learning Photoshop as we go, guys. Select color range. Yeah, I can do this. Okay. Control X, Control V, Control T. Let's move it over again. And then, okay, it's still not gonna be perfect, but I should be able to now. Color overlay. And then let's select one of the brighter colors. Okay, yeah, this looks like ass because I'm losing the CRT filter. The Pirate Photoshop, I give their monthly sacrifice because I use it for so much, like also for editing. The Premiere Pro. It's like I could learn DaVinci Resolve and I could learn Affinity Photo, but I've been using, sometimes legally, sometimes illegally, I've been using Photoshop for 10 plus years at this point, and I'm by no means a pro in it, but it's just so familiar to me now. But I don't think that this color kills lead, like, okay, I know this is like poop brown. It's not the best color, but I think red is better. Just like go for a straight up blood red, because like, if you want to go for more of a boba, you probably want to go for something like this. And it just doesn't look as menacing. Contrast isn't as good. I think just stick to reds. I think it's fine. I think the CRT effect, the CRT bulge is gonna be better. Just to have it like do a bit more like that. You know what I mean? It's fine. Changing the title to Booba. Booba Tea Shop with 10 extra sales. That's probably what you can do with if this game fails. What about red with a black outline? I generally don't like strokes. I think what you're better off doing then is just a drop shadow almost. But drop shadow on this small of a scale is not going to be noticeable because it's going to be literally 2 pixels. Other one, the small one, you mean here to the color matching? Maybe because you don't have, like, it feels like this is a more vibrant red, I feel. Or it's just the contrast because the white is very different, the background color. Like if you compare the two, like the top is the new one, the bottom is the old one of like the main capsule. It's very different, so contrast feels very different. But generally the big problem is gonna be this to begin with. And then yeah, you can reuse the boba. Might be 3D render indeed. And then yeah, the Booba tea shop if everything else fails. I'm gonna keep moving on so we can cover some more, because you guys have been submitting a crazy amount of games suddenly, Jesus Christ. Quill Crossing, arcade challenge game. Okay, let's speedrun this. First of all, you have a pixel art capsule. I don't like this to begin with. Okay, you have pixel art game at least, so that matches. Pixel art isn't exceptional. Pixel art is okay. I don't think pixel art that is okay still sells really well on Steam in this year. Only pixel art that is exceptional should be. Have you reviewed the shitty game ideas viewers have submitted? One time in a live... Oh, hi Mike as well. One time in a live stream, but that's it. We're gonna do something more with that. Don't get hit. Okay, fine. Okay, cross hectic orders for dodging vehicles to catch eggs and rescue as many helpless quail as you can. Okay, and I see like the trail keeps getting longer and they need to make sure that they don't get hit by cars, I guess. I think the art style is gonna be the biggest problem with this. Okay, anyways, description. Become a quail and save your chicks. Localize your game. Biggest problem you have right now. You're missing like 70% of the world. It's probably never gonna be able to play your game. Try localizing, it's gonna do a lot. Okay, become a quail and save your chicks. Frantic life of a quail in this retro arcade style game inspired by... Why is the I capitalized? Shouldn't be inspired, like it shouldn't be capitalized. Let me zoom in a bit and make it so it's more readable for all of you. Here, okay. The more you have, the harder it is to not get hit. Reach amount of... This is so much text. Overcome challenges, use quail abilities. What's a quail ability? I expect the... Oh, is it that you move faster? I think this GIF also could just be cut in half because this bottom area barely gets used. It takes up a lot of screen space. And it's not a good visualization, I feel, of a good quail ability. Travel across various different areas. Various different areas. Did you write this yourself? This doesn't feel like a real sentence. Like, this feels too long. Because you say various different areas, but I feel like the first 2 screenshots, 3 screenshots, like you have one other area and it's just a reskin. I don't feel like this really matches. Because if you say various different areas, I would also almost make this a separate point, like a separate header. And then just make a new GIF where it's like showing the different worlds all in like a row, like 5 seconds of each, or like less. Collect items, earn high scores, earn the reward for the amount of quail you rescue, even cosmetic heads reaching high scores and earning Steam achievements. Okay, that's fine. Mature content description. This should... I don't think this needs to be written, because mature content description is if someone is like actually getting beheaded in the game, not this. Quill Crossing has a nice capsule IMO. The thing is, it is a nice capsule if you understand pixel art, but if you're like a generic gamer, which you are, like, also, what is this? Silver Award. This background feels so out of place because also like the pixel, none of the pixel art matches in this case. Like you have this pretty big chunky pixel art, and then you have like, this is super high res, and then your buttons are even more high res, but your font is pixel art, like pretty low res again. But it's only in this scene. Here also you're having some mixels with the snow, where it's like a snow background. And then also, I think your eggs don't match the ground. Steam gave recommended me. Oh, is this your game, Copstomp? Like, for example, can... okay, no, they're the same size. Okay, never mind. I take that back. But, oh yeah, problem then, something that I've got a lot of like people telling me about is don't use pure black for pixel art outlines. is something that generally, like, you want to go for like a dark purple and things like that, or like a dark gray, but never black because it's too harsh. And I think in general, the pixel art just needs to be better if you want to have a chance on this. And like, there's no shadows for the cones, no shadows on anything. Pixel art games do still sell, but the quality of pixel art needs to be really good for pixel art to sell. Also, this may be very much... This is a different letter. This is not an I. I think there's like an actual... let me like look up like... oh god, how did I... Or is it only with the hat? Like, you have like the I circumflex, but you should also have the opposite one that is like an actual letter in like some languages. It feels weird. I think just have a dot instead of a V on top of the thing. Recently added shadows to everything and the font has changed. Okay, so that's good already. Yeah, because here you have like the 2D shadows, at least from like, I guess, like Unity or Godot or whatever. That's the big problem, and it's something that I make mistakes with as well. It's like, the problem is you need to kind of keep a Steam page updated, because you're now like, oh yeah, we updated all of this, but it's like, I don't know this. So you're technically like, you could be losing out. It's so annoying because like, for example, like Overtime Anomaly, the game looks very different now than on the screenshots, and it looks way better now, but it's like, yeah, I kind of should update this, but it just takes time and you need to take the screenshots, and it's like, I get the pain of it, but it is something that you should do as often as you like can, as like, the game's usually only gonna look better, right? So use that. Why does the Steam font look so weird? I don't know. Your tags, that's maybe a good one as well. Okay, you got 20 tags, collected on difficult arcade, text adventure, character 2D, top-down, vanilla. These similar games look very different, right? More like this. Tunic, Minecraft Dungeons. This looks very different as well. Common releases. Like, I feel like there's something off with the more like this, like Mage Seeker. Is Crossy Road on here? Crossy Road. I wouldn't be. No, there's no Crossy Roads. Damn. I feel like there should be some games that are more similar to yours on Steam. Yeah, this was a pain for. I have no idea what is similar. Kind of like Frogger-like games on Steam. Top games like Captain Frogger. Do I want Captain Frogger? I don't think so. Okay, Steam games like Crossy Road. I think the problem is that like a game like Crossy Road is so shooty skies as a follow-up. And okay, what do these guys have? Okay, they also have kind of fucked tags. Baba is you, Geometry Dash. I guess you have that in common. Pizza Tower, Angerfoot, Talented Doctor, Happy Hop. Jesus Christ. Is that on Steam? Happy Hops. Yes. Okay, it's kind of different. Okay, I feel like tags for this genre are just fucked. Okay, yeah. I'm sorry. That all of the tags are very common, which doesn't give you really good suggestions. Yeah, Adam C. Eunice has good advice on pixel art, even if you need some advice. I think he once commented that we shouldn't do pixel art or something as well. Yeah. Oh. I got email. I just got an email because this is what I got. Cheers, the Steam team. Nothing else. This. Thank you very much, Steam team. What am I supposed to do with this information? I had this thing of like, I submitted a Steam page for review like 9 days, 10 days ago, and normally it's like 3 to 5 days. And I sent them a message like yesterday of like, how come like this hasn't been approved yet? You already approved the demo page, but not the main game. And then I get like the cheers Steam team. Happy holidays. Ah, no, okay, I see. Oh, did I fuck up? Oh, I fucked up. How did I fuck up? This is, I got a second email. Your library assets contain the Adobe overlay. I'm dumb. I waited 9 days for this. Okay, whatever. I'll look at that later. There's the real message. It's just in a different email. Yeah, Q must be huge. I think they also just took a break over the holidays. Don't sell my soul, just your personal page. There is the real message. Do you think making NSFW games is lucrative? I've been thinking about doing this on the side to fund the actual games. If you have good art, that's the main one. Do you have good art? Then yeah. Do you want to make AI games? Then like probably not. Like, oh, this is gonna be dangerous. I'm not gonna do it, but what you should do is just go to like new and noteworthy. No, maybe I can do it, whatever. And then new releases. And then you go all the way here to more new releases. No, not popular new releases. There's, sorry. It's very hidden. Here you go to new releases, and then you go to see all new releases. And there is, I can filter on game. There is so much 18 plus shit in here that is all just horrible. And it's all, there's a lot of AI generated porn games as well, and a lot of them don't really get far. Like, if you have good art, you can do it. If you're not good at art, it gets hard. Okay, I'm gonna welcome to trailer and Steam page. I'll take a quick look at this one. Let's go. Tangle Crisis. Search dot and find collect. Search dot find and collect in this minimal score-based maze game with limited vision before the timer runs out. Okay. Okay, cool styling. It's like smaller. The mazes continue over screens. That would probably be cool. Okay. Trailer's pretty neat. I'm a bit scared of how many like blank space you have, like how little of the full screen you're using. I really like the art though indeed. Oh yeah, you have the portals to other computers. That is really nice. Yeah, this is the CRT thing I was talking about, where it's like not just a straight flat panel. So, you got a demo, that's fine as well. Short text, lot of GIFs, good stylized GIFs. You even have like, I assume you just have a tutorial that you could take. Click group must become a champion. Yeah, here you have the same problem of like, what the fuck are the tags for this style of game? There's no real good style. Looks really good. I think store page in general is really nice. Localize it now. That's gonna be the next big thing you can do, because right now, let's say, I'm gonna open this up. Switch language. I am now Japanese, and it's like, get shit on. You're missing out. Like, localizing your games, it's really so fucking important, because you just have more chances that your game is gonna vibe with an audience, with a community. You're missing out on China, which is a giant user base to begin with as well. I think the capsule doesn't do it justice. I think so too, actually. The capsule looks too basic. I feel like you could almost do something like what we did with Overtime Anomaly, where you just take your desk. There are 20 games and 95% on markets, and 20% is garbage, and you say $120. Yeah. Like, have like the computer and just put your text behind it. I think that could be really nice. Like, have like this computer basically, Man, let me just take a screenshot. Okay, this is gonna be really dumb, but it's gonna sell the idea I have. Da-da-da. Like this, and then just do what is it? Dangled. Come on. Prices. Okay, I know this font is ass, guys, but I would maybe go, and then what you can even do is perspective warp. Give it like some dynamicism, whatever. You probably, you want to do something like this probably for your capsule. Maybe I can just copy this one and rip it out. You still have the old style of capsules, the low res one. I'm not going to be able to just rip out the blue, I feel. Wait. Maybe I can. Okay, this is going to be super scuffed. I'm so sorry for ruining it like this, I swear, but I just want to get the point across quickly. Oh, shut up. Oh, why did it go? Okay. It's this one, right? Yeah. This one can go away. Ah, hey, that came out cleaner than I thought. Probably I would put the crisis centered underneath it and then make it a bit bigger, make the computer a bit smaller. So something like, okay, I'm just stretching it for now. I know it's not ideal. I think something like this would probably be better. Foxconn Worker Simulator. Stanley Parable style capsule. I don't know, but it's like you immediately show the game almost because you have this really beautiful game, honestly, like really nice stylized, really nice 3D, and you're not doing it justice with this. Like this looks so different than the actual game, and you've got such a pretty game. I think there's an easy W you can do in here by showing the computer and then the Tangled Crisis. So that's my suggestion there. Look at the pedestrian capsule. What is the pedestrian? I don't know what you mean, revolver over. This one? How does their capsule look? Oh, it's this one, the platformer over the... Yeah, over the road signs. I know this one. I don't know if this is the style you should go for. Could work. But I think... I don't know how you would do this one or this. You can figure it out. I hope this just gave you some more ideas. We have a lot of... do you check itch games? I do, but I'm not really planning on playing a lot of them. Okay. Okay, next Steam page. 2-3 weeks ago, I released my first Steam page. I'm not sure how many aspects of it, so any feedback, maybe change capsule or something in the trailer. Take another look. Speedrun time. Explore vast, deep interiors of biotech, an underground research center. You can drop the off biotech. It doesn't matter anything to me. Just explore the vast and deep interiors of an underground research center. Because this is the first time you're dumping lore on me in the first sentence. That's not really interesting. Find the burrowed truth and close the place. So, is this a detective game? You're not really showcasing what style of game this is, because I know this from our Discord server. It's like more action 2D platformer combat style game, but you're not making that clear in your short description. You probably want to do something like, oh, slide and whatever, like do a whole bunch of different stuff. Like, you know, adding the verbs to like at least 4 verbs of like slide, dodge, attack, and uncover the borrowed truths and close this place. Close this place for once and for all. Sounds weird. I think you're Polish, right? So I forgive you, but close this place? You don't, like, it's not a store. Explore vast and deep interiors of biotech and underground research center. I don't know if the underground really matters as much either. A research center filled with creative foes, bosses, NPCs, and more. NPCs technically should be capitalized. Yeah, this second sentence I think needs to be completely rewritten. Oh, nice that it helped long sleeve games. Because like the game looks alright, but the game is just so different from what you're describing it off here. My brain reads a sticky licky. Okay, you have a different brain than me. Like you have this nice smooth fade out. Really, really cool. I guess the problem is there's no GIFs. You probably would want to have a GIF of this guy running around and then hitting something. I think maybe a similar game. Let's take a look at Blood and Meat. What did they do? Because it's a similar style of 2D hack and slash platformer. Oh, they just did no GIFs. Never mind. But you probably want to have something where they have movement, because right now it feels very staticky. That's my biggest problem. English and Polish, okay. Store pages are translated then, I guess, but if you already have localization to Polish... Oh, why is it not localized? Localize the Steam page, my dude. Are you not gonna get shown? You need to have an localized Steam page and you need to have this checkbox. You need both of these to show up in discovery queue for said language. You can't just have one of them, you need both of them. Only localizing the store page or only saying that you're gonna localize the game does not give does not give you the more visibility. You need to have both of those things. I'm working on localizing the page. Man, dude, you're Polish. How hard can it be to write, what is this? 4 sentences. It's like you should have this done before the page went up live, I feel. What you can even do is just throw this through ChatGPT and then correct it, because you are the native speaker, you know how it works. This shouldn't take more than 15 minutes, honestly. I think capsule is okay. Stickability. Yeah, rewrite this. Trailer is fine. Get some GIFs with action. Tags are pretty okay if I look at it first glance. Like most of these are 2D platformers. Now let me go back to English. Yeah, you got the 20 GIFs, so it should be fine. Okay, next one. Looking for feedback / viability of key. Oh yeah, I've seen this one. Look some feedback on this game. Any suggestions on how my stage page could turn into a real page? Okay, this game from scratch in 15 days. Synth downpack for houses. This game does have window load support. Great. Okay, now we can take a look at it. Steam page. Oh, like itch.io page. Oh, one. Actually, no, I can ignore it. It should be fine. I don't have to go. Okay, you've got a video. I'll just watch the video if that's fine. Oh, it's 7 seconds. Why bother for 7 seconds? I feel like I'm waiting longer for this to load. Oh no, 59. I don't know why it said 7. Why this stroke, my dude? Makes me cry. This stroke is such an eyesore compared to the rest of the game. Like this dissolve shader effect is so nice. Okay, so you're walking around, you're collecting stuff, you're being sneaky, breaking into houses, I guess. Oh, you're struggling a bit yourself there. Ta-da. Sleeping fox. Running. Stealing things. Are you a thief? How dare you? Okay, so there's a bug. Jesus, I have to modify a local file to play. Okay, I'm probably not gonna play. Journey of Milo, small impoverished fox in the forest of Crescent Valley. You don't have to say this on the Steam page. Like the story, if you want to do story, it should be all the way at the bottom. Race against the clock. Is there a patent on that view? I don't think there's one on that one. It's like on shadows through trees and things like that. This would probably be your short description. I do like this. Race against the clock in this fast-paced action roguelike. Keep the fire burning by collecting logs to extend your time for gathering gifts. But beware, if you get caught, you'll have to start all over. Test your skills and aim for the highest score. Ah, it wasn't you alone. You worked on this with a bunch of other people. I see. Let's see, I see. I think screenshots overall. Yeah, okay, I can see the Cinti one. Like, there's a difference in how smooth the fox is versus like the house versus like the tree. This year the family fall on hard times, you know, for the Christmas gifts. He'll sneak out after dark to gather gifts. So basically, he's Robin Hooding, so his family can have gifts. So the resolution jam. The problem is, how do you turn this into a long game? Because like, the closest thing that I have to think about is like wear cleaner. Also like a cute-ish animal. But this is like a free-to-play game at the end of the day. Damn, they even got plushies though. Like the game looks nice, but I don't know if the game can be long enough to warrant a full-on Steam release, because then you're looking at like 2 hours of content. And that would mean probably expanding upon the gameplay loop quite a bit. And yeah, also it's a Christmas game, which means that like 10 out of the 12 months of the year, it's not really going to work. You would almost have to rebrand this as like a general Robin Hood style steal from other people game, and less of a bring back the spirit of Christmas. I think Raja is right in that regard. Maybe you rob a train. Yeah, because like you have like the sneaky fox. Isn't the fox... Wait, what's a fable stealing fox? I haven't come on. There was some... I feel like there... Oh, Reinhard de Vos. What is the original? Or is this only a Dutch thing actually? Does this exist in English? Reinhard the Fox. The story of Reinhard. Oh, Dutch, French, and German fables. Okay, like look at something like this, I would say, which is like a folklore story where you had this fox and just couldn't stop stealing in the Middle Ages. Sly Cooper. I guess Sly Cooper is kind of based on that. I'm too young to ever grow up with Sly Cooper. Like, Sly Cooper is a modern day version, I guess more. When did this come out? Yeah, I was 2 years old. I was 30 years old. I have never played this, I'm sorry. Yeah, this is very local, I feel. Because this is Dutch as well. Middle Dutch even. But they have like Reinhard de Vos. It's like, oh yeah, I've read this one a lot. So this is like a Dutch comic, the Rebelse Reinhard, talking about basically you're stealing fox. I feel like something like this needs to happen instead of the Christmas spirit if you want to actually turn this into a Steam release, is I think what it comes down to. Because at the end of the day, the mechanics are the same. It's just more, and you can have like one level maybe that is the Christmas like level, but I don't think this would be a full game on its own with the Christmas theme. It's kind of the thoughts I have on it there. Yeah, you want to get rid of that bug probably. But overall, I do think that this is pretty solid. Like survival roguelike, this is your short description. Let me quickly check something. Yeah, because this is 252 characters. So this is perfect for a short description. probably the test your skill and aim for the highest score would need to be changed a bit. But these first two sentences are really solid. When is a prototype/demo stream? When I'm at a different location and I have 16:9 monitors available. DB Cooper. What DB Cooper. This is America lore, I guess. Yeah, I've never heard of that. I guess that's what Sly Cooper is based on. Yo-Yo A6 GT World. How's it going? Okay, let's keep going. Jesus Christ, guys, you keep posting new stuff. Okay. Rate my Steam page, really Wild West. We've looked at the capsule before, so I'm not going to talk more about this. Okay, we have the same problem, pixel art. Okay, how does this pixel art look? Very varied. Very high-res pixel art, but then this is low-res again. 5 screenshots. You have a trailer. You have custom headers. You've localized your page. Did you actually localize the page as well to other languages? Because that's like one thing that I always have the sniff test. It's like, okay, this is all cool, but localizing this is just fucked. Ted Kaczynski game. I don't know who the fuck Ted Kaczynski is. What's the language that you said? French. Aujourd'hui, on va parler un petit peu de français, non? Donc, Wild West est un shoot 'em up en vue dessus, mais c'est pas bien, hein? C'est pas comme ci, comme ça. I know this sucks to localize, but I just want to say I did do it for Encyclopedia time. Des différents environnements, caricatures. If you want to do things, do them good. Don't half-ass them. If you really don't want to localize it, what you can do is just replace this with the actual text for wild fights, whatever that would be in French, but get rid of the thing. It's like you're like, oh, japonais, okay, nihongo shabete, and it's still English, and it's like, I am Tanaka-san. I have never in my life spoken a sentence of English, and he's like, what is a magical gun desu ka? He has no idea. So then you're better off just localizing this, and if you're too lazy to throw it through Photoshop or your video editor or like image editor of choice, just have it be like a regular header and localize it. Whole ass only. Yeah, like you're like so close because you're already doing the localization, which is a W, but then do that one extra step. Kinda, it's what I would do. Otherwise, you got the GIFs. Just crop this GIF. Why is there so much black? This is useless space. Get rid of this top part. Objective text. Probably this is very debug as well. I think you can also, once again, crop off the top part here. I guess what you want to show here is like the environment blocking stuff. This doesn't feel like a wild fight though. This is kind of underwhelming when I look at it. But like you could probably just do like only this part. And get rid of the timer at the top and things like that. It doesn't really matter. Okay, unlock and upgrade a whole section. What you usually do as well is header, text, and then image. Not header, image, text. Just to make more sense. I would change that order as well. Because it's like, okay, I read magical gun, then I see GIF. Okay, cool. And then only, because you read top to bottom, and you can find it out. I just released my game. It's on Steam. I'm officially game dev. You are officially game dev. Except game dev is a state of mind, if you want. But yeah, congrats. Otherwise, I should be fine. I think, yeah, crop your GIFs, localize your headers, change the order, and you should be fine. Oh, shut up. Thank you. Okay, next one. Appoint improvements for my platformer. I just can't I seem to acquire more wish lists. sorry. This is mean. Anyway. What is it? I'm confident if the core game is improved, it can do well. I just need to learn what to change. Probably the genre needs to change. Okay, no, not just the genre. What is this art style? Make your art style consistent. This is like MS Paint hand-drawn, no shading, no nothing. And then this is probably from some pack or something. But there's no cohesion here. Is this pixel art? This looks like... No, I think it's just a resolution, but there's looks very offset and there's no shading. And this is probably hand-drawn as well. Kind of looks like an NSFW game as well. Maybe that's the way to get more wish lists. And you guys hate Magical Girl Guardians. Getting close to 100 sales, that's actually pretty good. Hot take, using assets is only fine for 3D games. I think it's not that hot. I think this showcases why, because mixing 3D assets, you can throw a shader on top of it. But you can't do that as much with 2D, and then the style gets really messy really quickly, and it feels so flat here. What does Gamealytics say? Wishlist Wild. Cyber Volley. Like the stream. That's good. In my mind, it's Magical Girl Gardens. It doesn't help that Thomas keeps saying it wrong. Okay, you got the tags, but the game just doesn't look good enough. Like this plant, for example, it's just like you went into Google Images or like Open Game Art and looked up like green plant and then just threw them on. But it's so inconsistent overall. There's no like cohesion in your game at all. And I think that is one of the big things. On top of just the, like you're clearly an artist first for like characters. Then like, yeah. Also these styles, these characters look different, no? This one and this one, like different styles? Did you commission them? Did you make them yourself? Because like the way the shading and the resolution of the hands and things like that is very different. What up, Marnix? Glad I caught the live stream. Hi, Stephen Ray. Is there any promotional art? Nothing like really cool, honestly. I'm not happy with it. Where's my Photoshop? Here it is. Let me check. 760 by 640. Like, this is two different artists, right? Like the black outlines, you don't have black outlines here. The shading for the skins are very different and how it's being done. The eyes are different, like the visors, kinda. Like these two characters seem to be made by the same artist, but then this one is like a completely different one. I don't think I'm gonna do the flying mecha game now. This is fine. You've got the gameplays, you've got the final piece of lore. What is the short description again? Volleyball has evolved. Smash the cyber volleyball onto enemies and bounce it around levels to collect points. This unique platform is all about combining strategy with fast reflexes. Keep the ball in the air, you might lose. Help Sona to become a superstar. There's no single thing that you can do that's going to like change this overnight. I don't know what's the move here, how salvageable this is, because regardless, you're making a 2D platformer, right? So even if you redo all the arts, you're still making a 2D platformer. Also, why this stroke, my dude? You know I don't like stroke. In motion, indeed, like the chips look fine. But it's still like... I think it's also just a very niche game. Because you're going in at volleyball, and immediately by saying like volley, people still think that it's going to be a sports game. Kinda. And probably also not the case here. Pro cyber volley athlete. What are these tags? Pico Park, Celeste, Lana, yeah, all 2D platformer. Most of them 2D platformer. Pedestrian, we talked about that earlier. Action 2D platformer. You already see this going in 2D. It goes up and excludes adults. Oh, SFW. Oh, yeah, wait, no, I forgot. Released after. Oh, hold on, 2024, let's see. This is what I mean. Like 90% doesn't go past 5K. Oh, is this you, Sir E? I don't know if that's you. So the thing is, you're gonna be spending a lot of time on this game still. Are you fine with not ever making like $100 of it? It's kind of the issue as well. So you got a 20% chance? No. You got a 10% chance. And the games like this, I think, can I see which games released? I think I can go to games list. Action, platformer, 2D, no NSFW, released in 2024 or later. Get like a 9 wait, like look at how quick, like 9 souls is just carrying the entire genre by far. 4 games made over 1 million, and like a difficult game about climbing. I wouldn't count that like this is the art style level that you need to get then, and it's like we're not at that level, we're not near that level. And like, okay, let's go down a bit. Okay, Berserk Boy. I just clicked on a random one. And the dragon is dead as well. Okay, this makes me think of like yeah, this is very much the Mega Man style. And it really dives into that nostalgia. And even there's like 250 reviews. This is like a top 20 seller from last year. Like, art style is so important with this genre, and we're just not there with Cyber Volley. Is the problem. Hey, just joined. What are you doing? I am ruining this poor guy's hopes and dreams, unfortunately. Your first solo project. I think genuinely the best thing you can do is just accept the loss, take the L, release this, and move on to a better genre. I'm sorry. That's the best thing I feel to do. There's no saving this. Yeah. I small game I made dream. I'm not gonna play demos. Small demo, looking for feedback. Okay, maybe I'll look at this one. Okay, yeah, because I can run it in browser. Craft is what it says. Craft the item that is grayed out by using items to craft it. Click craft and drag the correctly crafted item onto the one that is grayed out. You still next new request? Yeah, we're kind of just working through this list in our Discord. So you just go and you select new post and you write what you want, and that's it basically. You don't have to put live stream behind it. I'll just go through it in order. Click craft to play the game. Okay, you need that one. Craft this. I need stick. Craft. Okay. Then Oh, I have to drag it in. Okay. Okay, so this is basically the Minecraft crafting as a game. Make a plank. I don't like how the snapping isn't good. How do I make this? Because I can't make subparts, okay. What are all these sound effects? Like, I'm gonna zoom in a bit as well. If I can. Yeah, I can. How do I... Guys, am I stupid? What am I looking at? I'm looking at the plank, right? Learning sounds. Like, how many ways? There's only so many combinations possible. I should be able to brute force this, I feel. 2 middle slots. What do you mean 2 middle slots? I don't think I can stack them, right? Yeah, I just got like 50,000 sound effects. And there's like, take 1 of 50. 1 to the left, 1 in the middle. I don't like that. It should always, like, no matter where you put it, put the pattern. This is not good. Okay, craft this nail. I have 2 iron. I guess just put them on top. So easy. Next level. Okay, next level. Because, like, yeah, this is just Minecraft. Eh? This is not Minecraft. How do I make it? Bro. Why you gotta... this is... Everyone is going to get stuck on this one. I can tell you now already. Jesus Christ, shut up. Like, look. 3 iron ingot and 2 sticks gives an iron pickaxe. 3 iron ingots and 2 sticks. Lower the side ones? Oh my god. Jesus Christ. You should be... You're a war criminal. You can't ignore the standard. You're making a game based around Minecraft crafting. And that's it. Okay. So yeah, let me just go through this again. I think what also is missing is, like, you have to make the steps in yourself. Like right now you give me the stick as well. And I like, so this shouldn't work then, right? Yeah, this has to work as well. There's no other way. It has to be like this. Because now it's like, I can understand that, like, this doesn't work, but if you make it so that there's like a specific place exactly and it has to be centered, that's not great. I'm also not sure how you turn it into a full game. Like, how do you make this a full game? Yeah, so much more code to just check that. Yeah, we're not in this because it's easy. Also think, did I just... Oh, I got them stacked. Ta-da. Doesn't like that. Good idea for a game though. Yeah, but I don't know if this is a game that should be on Steam. That's the thing. It's like, it's good to learn Unity. But this is not something you can sell. This is not something you should sell. Like, you have something really good to climb onto though, like the Minecraft crafting. This is like amazing. It's like, I know all of the recipes still out of my head as well. And I think that's the problem why, like, the pickaxe, for example, like, I just crashed because of the suddenly weird order. So it gives me almost, there's like, what's like alchemy game, make everything? Alchemy game combinations, is it? Yeah. It's like almost like you get a game like this. Jesus Christ. I just want the game, alchemy game. Little Alchemy, that's the name. You probably want to get a variant of this where, you know, it's like, oh man, this is like, oh, I played this song. It's like, oh yeah, water and fire gives me steam, and then steam and fire gives you nothing. Water and earth gives you mud, and then you kind of have to, like, mud and fire gives you brick, and then brick and steam gives you nothing. And you like combine these things. I think you would kind of want to mix this with your crafting to make it like a full game now. It gives lava. Lava and earth probably gives like a volcano. I don't know where to go from volcano though. But like something, probably put it on mobile, still coming up with ideas. I think if you can mix it with something like this, where you also craft, and you build up that compendium of knowledge. Basically, you only take crafting from Minecraft and make that the full game. Because with Minecraft, you now have the like cheat code as well, where there's like a side menu that shows you all of the recipes you have. Something like that, I feel like, could work. The problem is that not everything is as obvious. Need a hint? What is this? Oh, is this like, yeah. They have a sequel. How do you sequelize this? Okay, we've got air, water, fire. Oh, there's a lot of air, water, fire, steam. There's, can I, this, and then lava. Okay, it's the exact same. And then lava and earth gives volcano. Yeah. Cool thing. I don't use here. Yeah. So I think you can do cool stuff with it. I think the original idea is cool. I think you need to do a lot more to make this an actual full-on game, though. They also made infinite craft from this. I think they use AI with it, so you can craft anything infinitely. Infinite craft. Is that the one I'm thinking of? Yeah, this is like the more modern version, indeed. I forgot the name. I didn't know the name of this, but it's like kind of similar. Fire and earth gives lava, and then once again, earth and lava gives stone. Okay. And then stone. Okay, we got back to lava. Okay, so wait, earth and fire. Yeah. If I put water on it, I get stone. If I get water on wind, I get sand. Like something like this, probably with the crafting mechanic would work. Roguelike incremental game. Yeah, I don't know how that would be done best. Let's keep going. Steam capsule. Kingdom Fortress. Love to hear thoughts on the main capsule in terms of competition, logo, positions, suggestions. The dark leaves and the legs are detailed. It's not needed. Yes. A good one. Let me copy image. Store capsule header. Is it this one? Yeah. Let's get rid of the old shit. Okay. Can I just do this? Select subject. Okay, it's gonna discard it. It's fine. Let's see, what does it do? Filter, select the mask. Add the booties. Then, oh no, I thought there was a shortcut for that. Yeah, okay, it was Alt. I guess I have to take the whole leg, really? Okay. I would do something like this. New layer, okay. Oh, I don't want this either. Oopsies. I'll put the new layer. Enable this boy. Oh, I didn't take his axe. Oh, this is so painful. Whatever. I would probably make him take up more space. Like this. And then, yeah, indeed, as you said, you're probably going to want to do something like a gradient here instead, because it's very bright right now at his feet, too bright almost, with especially this one. And something like this often helps with that. Now the problem is that, okay, the text is lost as well. Guys, one style, brush strokes another, and text nothing fitting either. Yeah. Oh, I see. The foreground and background are two different things as well. They're two different styles. They're not one image. Because probably. I think the font on its own isn't bad, though. I think you can also just once again make it a lot bigger. Oh, I don't want to change that. I don't know the exact font, but select. Can I just do color range? I cannot lose it still. Okay, never mind. Also, just make this whole thing probably bigger. Okay, this is gonna look meh. But you always like have this stuff be as big as you can, kinda. I think I can put this above, and then the brightness is solved as well. Erase. Okay, this needs to be bigger. Ta-da. Probably something like this. Well, it's not perfect because now you still have a lot of empty space. Make it go lower, probably. It's going to be like, there's no need to have all of this here at the bottom. This is kind of boring. Charles brought that median way too high, so do minus 40% of whatever the median is. Yeah. I think this would be a better approach for capsule. But I think, like, yeah, you're just not using crazy high amounts of space. Like, there's a lot of empty space. I think this is this great point to plug our Patreon. Because what I have on Patreon, is there's this great video, the Steam Capsule Masterclass. And this is half an hour of me talking about everything I know about capsules. And one of the things I talk about in there is, it's somewhere near the end. So reworks, I think it's before this. Put on a press kits, fine. I swear I'm gonna find this. No. Artwork overrides. Oh, here. Like, just make things bigger. Bigger is usually better. Like, you can see it here as well, right? Where there's so much empty space for no real reason. Yeah, here as well, like before and after. Oh, my chat is a bit in the way. Hold on. Like, so much empty space, and then suddenly it just comes back. So, you know, $10 a month or 10 euros a month, and you get like 60 bonus in-depth videos. I think it's a pretty good deal, just saying. And the capsule video is one of the really good ones. There's also a similar video of like everything I know about making trailers on there. With that plug out of the way, I think overall you did pretty okay, but if you were a patron, you would have been able to avoid this mistake. I guess you still got free advice now. What do you think of the art? I've seen this before, I think. I think it looks... So, you've posted this before, I think, and I don't think I responded to it then, but what this reminded me of is kind of like a shit version of the pixel art of like Dungeons and Degenerate Gamblers. I think that's kind of the... because it feels like slot machine-y, right? I think there's an actual slot machine pixel art game as well. Oh. Is it Balatro? Did they have a bundle? No. Why did they have Slay the Spire as a bundle? Anyways, they have like three roguelike games. You have the poker one, you have Balatro, and then I swear there was also one that already came out that was kind of like a pixel art thing. The thing is, if you look at the style of this, And then you go back to this. It suddenly doesn't look good anymore, right? Solitude. Luck Be Landlord? Is it Luck Be Landlords? I think it can be. Lord. Yeah, I think it's... Is it this one? No. Maybe this is more different. This is not the one. I think it's one I once saw in Japan or something. Anyways, I feel like the pixel art style is too flat. That's the problem. Everything is on the same flat thing. Solitude. Let's take a look at Solitude. Solitude. Seal of Solitude. No, it was more high res. That's what I remember as well. This is still very 8-bitty, so to say. It was more like this high res style of pixel art. Anyway, there's no shadow anywhere. I think that's a big issue. It feels disgustingly flat, and also once again black outlines. Go for like dark purples or like dark grays, but not straight up black. Like your frames, for example, it's just single solid color. Contrast is pretty low between whatever this is supposed to be. Like an audio jack, 3.5mm audio jack a bit. And then background, no drop shadow, nothing like that. This feels too flat, I would say. I think that's the big problem you have right now. And also this is like solid color. You probably, if we go back to Dungeons and Degenerate Gamblers, like the table, for example, it's like not solid. It's like there's these splotches on it. There's like all this stuff to make it feel like the dithering, kinda. You're probably gonna want to do something similar here, where it's not just a single static color. Maybe it's the wood of the cabinet or whatever, but put something around it. It's not also this one pixel. Why? Why? So yeah, I think shading is gonna do a lot for this. Everyone, okay, this is becoming a Steam-based feedback stream. Fine by me. Monster Trucking, let's go. Monster Trucking is an arcade style. Jesus Christ, what are these visuals? Arcade style game requiring speed, precision, a little bit of chaos to deliver cargo as quickly as possible. Enjoy the competition of racing around the city, trying to rack up the highest score to deliver good destruction and stunts. Okay. This is what I mean with make small games, do not make shit games. What? Oh, you modeled this yourself. Oh. You have bigger problems in the Steam page, my dudes. Your game is the biggest problem you have right now. Hey, you do have a trailer. This looks like a headache game, and that's not a compliment. How many wishlists does this have? Please tell me this has no wishlists. Please. Also, how is Monster Trucking not taken on Steam yet for a name? Yeah, okay, 48 wish lists. I think I can understand why. This would be fire on Roblox. Yeah, this could work on Roblox, but it would look better on Roblox. GIF should always be 600 pixels wide, because this looks like ass. Localized in multiple languages. Okay. And for the love of God, rework every single piece of art in your game. You have repeating tile textures. This looks like pixel art Minecraft grass. Your cars are tiny compared to your trucks. And yeah, sure, monster truck, but what? This building is just a flat single color. All of these buildings are just flat single colors. What is your UI? Why is there an FPS counter? The stroke on this shit. The models, the shading, or better, there's no texture on this. This is just a single color, like Blender block extrusion thing. Probably not even optimized. Like, but then you do have like the monster truck wheels. And like the mini map. Like, hey, if you have a mini map at least. The ramp. How? I thought when we saw the volley platformer game earlier, I was like, oh, this is probably gonna be one of the... Like, your game is really solid, Mr. Volley platformer, like volleyball platformer guy, compared to this. And I know if we uploaded this game, people would be like, all it needs is a LUT and a shader, and it's gonna be looking fine, right? This is not gonna be saved by a LUT and a shader. This should not be on Steam. This just shouldn't be on Steam, because you have this publisher header. Add art direction. Yeah, just click the add art direction. Didn't he have like... There's like some Headache games, or is it in upcoming releases? No, I think Headache has been like, a lot of their games get removed off Steam, so you can't see them anymore. Racing. Basically what they do is they just take like a general Unity asset and then they put it on Steam and they sell it. That's why they have such bad reviews. But it's like money laundering, whatever. Yeah, like this game reminds me of your game, and that is not something you want to have. Also, this capsule. Man, I'm talking too much. Yeah, you should have just gone out and had like a good meal for the $100 indeed. Like this capsule, there's no shading anything. I think you need to join some game jams and maybe watch some videos about art. Add a lot of motion blur so you can't see the game. Yeah. Hey, at least it's not a 2D platformer, right? Like, if you completely rework this entire game, like the concept could work with good visuals. Wait, there's this. Am I on games? Do they have old-timer transport? Wishlist on Steam, sure. This is kind of like the same style of game, but it just has better visuals. And it's like kind of similar where you're driving around, but it's like different setting. Like it has good capsule art. It has a much better graphical style. Is it perfect? Definitely not. But if you compare it. Wait, so that guy Loki, you're in here. You were watching, because you put the live stream tag. You're in this stream right now, and you were like, this is a good idea. Registered for Next Fest. Do unregister for Next Fest. Do not waste your Next Fest slot on this. Don't do it. Stop it. Unfollow, not unfollow, deregister yourself. That Steam Next Fest slot, you can still use it later on. You're going to get 3 people at most to play your demo on Next Fest if this is the game that you submit. It's not worth it. Don't make that mistake. You're already like, you're gonna be stuck with this Steam page because you can't change the name and reuse it for anything. But you can at least save the slots for Next Fest for when you have a better game. Release date March 2025, make this 2026, and just go back to the drawing board. Get some assets from Cinti, add some prototyping. Oh, is finally the New Year sale is gonna add, Jesus fucking Christ, it's been 3 weeks. Thank you, Unity. Cinti, City. Or Cinti truck. I'll probably find something. You have Street Racer, you have construction. We don't need this, but you have the city. Damn, is this city so cheap? Damn. Like, get this stuff. You could probably remake your monster truck game for 10 euros. And then you still need to get a monster truck asset, I guess, but you can probably do something with that. Get something, yeah. Oh, you also have town. Probably just city is fine. I think you can even get this asset pack for free if you're a Unity student. Because this ain't it, Chief. This ain't it. Like, these cars are so tiny and they're like super high res. Same with like the truck, but then the wheels are different. Dare I say Forge Industry has better graphics? I would say as well. City has a bare metal or some subtle textures. It has textures. Don't worry. What is it? make this bigger. Like, you see, like, all these things, it looks a lot nicer, right? And it's a cohesive art style. At least you'll have that then as well. You can add shading, you can add post-processing. That's when you can get to the point of, a shader is just gonna solve this. But there is no way you can save, I forgot it here. There's no way you can save this right now. Yeah, you can't take your Steam page offline for a while. Cynthia stylized, that's what it's missing, stylized art. I think it's just missing art, honestly. I don't think it even needs to be stylized. But like, Google free low poly monster truck sketch web seems to have some stuff. Yeah, must be a solid thing. Yeah. Hold on. Damn, Blender is solid. Like, I get where you come from. It's gonna crash, isn't it? Oh, ta-da! Like, so we have that monster truck, right? It's literally just... how does this work again? Oh, it's been so long since I... Was it T? No. R is rotate. What was transform again? Anyways, you basically just did... here, let's take this. Select face. You extrude this. Jesus Christ, I am getting an aneurysm right now. Wasn't it C? Oh, it's been too long. Anyways, don't do that. Don't make models like this. I know, it's like, oh, easy. It looks like ass. Yeah, tap to edit mode. Blender experts assemble. This is the art from Forge Industry. Legitimately, we used this style when I was dumb, but it still looked better. Wait, like, you can see it on our screenshots partially. Like, you see the harbor here. I think I made like the walls, and then the roof was Cinti. The forge here, the windmill was made like that, but at least I still did different colors for different parts of the model. Do I have a screenshot of the gondola? Like here as well, this is custom made. This is not good. This looks epic after seeing Allstroke. Yeah, because we realized that we need to use Cinti if we want to make this shit look good. Like, every single one of these roof tiles is an actual object. And you can see they're super badly aligned and everything. So yeah, monster truck guy, I'm sorry, but that guy Loki, I don't know. Inspired by crazy text with a monster truck. Rest next test, hoping to have a demo. No demo is gonna save this. Okay. I've seen this one pass by. Roast the shit out of this, please. It's gonna be great. Oh, this looks beautiful. Compared to Monster Truck. Okay, got 5 screenshots, got the horror vibes. Go Vipers. A little bit of chromatic aberration. There's a playtest. I think you need to check your Steam page. Because, yeah, this is the background. Oh, now it's... Oh, wait, maybe I know the issue. Save image as. No? Oh, it's an 18 megabyte GIF. Yeah. And this one is probably downloading as well. In total, you want the total size for your Steam page of all of the GIFs, because this is probably going to be bigger even. 16 megabytes. You normally want your entire page to be like, every GIF like 5 megabytes tops. The total should be just, what is it? Total should be around 15 megabytes in total. This is more than 15 megabytes, wait. Quickly take a look. Properties. Yeah, here's your problem. You're needlessly large. Steam cuts it off, like Steam downscales it to 600 pixels. So always to put your GIFs, there's this great site, easygif.com. And you do video to GIF, you upload something. And then, wait, I think I can just do resize maybe. I think I can just join GIF. Oh, maybe not there. Yeah, upload it. This is a great site. This is the only site you need, honestly, for making GIFs. Like, you record MP4. You have to make GIFs so big. And then you make them 600 pixels wide. Steam is 600 pixels, this box. Everything is 600 pixels. Going higher than that, it's just gonna get... Yeah, you can also optimize, but step one is just resizing to begin with. What can I say resize to what here? Like width to be 600. And then height is auto. Bam! File size 80% reduced. And then you can click on optimize still, if you want. Now we're at 1.6 megabytes. We've literally 1/10 the total size of the GIF. This is gonna load instantly, and you are not going to see a difference on here because of how it gets made smaller, basically. So easy W to do there. Fear Academy is a psychological horror game where you plays the principle of Hillcrest High. Return to the forgotten item, become trapped in a nightmare as ancient evil takes over the school. This is fine, it's a horror game at the end of the day. You got a playtest, which is, I think, fine. Anything in discussions? No. Okay, so also fine. Avoid the janitor. Yeah, this is not loading. Some violence. Okay. Tags seem to be fine. Horror, psychological horror. You got the 20 tags. You have a trailer. Spooky. I think capsule is alright. You can probably once again zoom in a bit. Where's my... Don't save my beautiful thing. Here it is. Get rid of this. Header capsule. Oh, it's still the old style, half resolution. Too bad, so sad. Probably you can just do this almost. And it will be bigger. Oh, you probably also want to add some drop shadow behind the Fear Academy. I assume this is a different PNG. I don't think this is easy to showcase. But like, you want to have drop shadow because right now, especially with this bright area from this vending machine, like reading this gets a lot harder from a distance. And I think I can showcase this. Okay, I'm just gonna put a second text here, make it pure white, call it Academy. Okay, it's not pure white even that you're doing. It's more like a dirty white. Let's change color to whatever this is. It's still, like, you see how I lose the D kinda? Okay, that sounds weird, but like, it's very hard now to see what's going on, right? And so there are two ways to solve that. The first one is to have a layer in between your background and your logo that has, wait, what is it? No, not deep bucket, I forgot, whatever. Something like this, and then put it like 20% opacity, whatever. And suddenly, like, more readable already, right? That's option one, or you can even combine both of these. And then option two is you go to your image settings, drop shadow. Hello, can I get some drop shadow? Why can I not see my drop shadow? Oh, my Photoshop just didn't want to update, I feel. Come on. Let's take another look. Just put more stuff on it, yeah, blend with various. Okay, yeah, that's for the... Hello. Why are you annoying? Why is the angle so fucked? I have to do this like this? Are you for real? Why? Size and then reduce distance. Okay, this should work. Like, okay, this is kind of, but suddenly visibility perfect, right? So you want to do something like this. In case of this logo, probably for gradient, you want to go for a circle gradient like this and put it behind and then put it to like 20%. And then you will have no legibility things. Enable preview mate. Oh, was it disabled? Why was it disabled? It should always be enabled. I never know. Where do you have? Oh. Okay, yeah, this is what I needed. Somehow it got destroyed, I guess. Thank you, Damien. So I would do something like this, zoom in a little bit probably, because it's kind of, you have a lot of empty space at the end of the like, you see how much empty space you have, and it's like suddenly everything is a lot smaller. And it's like, do you need 2 rows of lockers, or is this gonna be enough? And I think this is already gonna be enough compared to this. Make it bigger. Always make it bigger. Because you're gonna look at it like this, and it's like, what am I even looking at? Okay, did we have anything else? I think your text is fine. I think your screenshots are fine because it's horror and it's easy to make look good. 12 supported languages. Okay, how is the localization? What language are we gonna go for, guys? It should be a supported language though. English, Japanese, Korean, Russian, Ruski. Russian. Okay, once again, you haven't localized this. If I am Tanaka-san, or in this case Sergei, and I've never seen a single letter of English in my life, and I was like, oh, solve puzzles, da, bye. I don't know what this is. I don't know. It's fine if you don't want to do the Photoshop work for this. I understand, especially with the blood effect, it's painful, but still localize this. Where and how do you find localization services? Okay, so I have a fast and kind of okay, a cheap solution. It's called ChatGPT. And if you want to do it good, there is this other tool. I'm quickly gonna cheat because I'm planning a video at some point, but I'm gonna tell you in advance, like 7 more awesome games. This is one I found out a while ago. If you want to get it done professionally and you have money to burn, I think for Steam pages, honestly, as long as like this stuff, I think you can perfectly do with ChatGPT. I think it's even better. This is the alternative, localize direct. What I like is you just upload a CSV for your game of like all of your keys, all of your strings, and you immediately get a code of this is how much it's gonna cost. And this is made for game localization. It's really easy. It's 12 cents a word, so it's definitely not like it's the default rate at the end of the day. If Sergey has never seen a Latin character, he can't read Russian either. Yeah, but it's also like Korean and what is the other one? Korean and Japanese and Chinese, for example. A lot of those have never seen a Latin character or like read it. This is the pro way, I guess, if you want to do it. And then the final way, if you want to localize and you have an audience, is use the localizer, where for 20 bucks a month, I think it is, you can localize games. Crowdsourced, crowd localization. That's something I considered at some point for our games as well. So basically you put your game on here and then you can see that this game is currently unavailable. Okay, wait. Let's say a startup company, because this is from the developers. It's like Portuguese, and it's like, okay, you get a text, this is what Google Translate suggests, and this is what other people have. So things like that. You can add context and whatever. Can you drop the link for the localization pages? I guess you mean localize direct. ChatGPT is good for like, especially in the beginning when you're like early in Steam page history, whatever. Like for like final game, you probably don't want it. But especially if it's like, oh, I want to get the Steam page up and you want to see what countries have an interest in it, it's still better than not localizing at all, I think. And then the other one, localizer. This is more meh. This is probably not as applicable because this is if you have early access games, for example, and like bigger communities already. That's an easy way to do crowdsourced localization. It's from the developers of Software Inc. and Big Ambitions, and they're like, we want to, because they did the early access things. Why bother with all of those languages when English and Chinese make up 80%? My dude, I think you're dumb. Like, 80% is not just those 2 languages. There is a lot. You forget about how many people live in Latin America, how many people live in Japan, and who live in like other countries, Thailand, whatever. You don't have to localize the game. So you need to, An ethical life pro tip: when your game has no full version yet. Also, Mr. Lamb, are you the guy that are you just salty because I roasted the shit out of you earlier? You've been having some weird bad takes lately. Yeah, like German as well, English and Chinese are both 35%, are they? Wow. The thing is also, you're competing with more games. Every game is in English. Not that many games are in Japanese or whatever. And it's like, yeah, you'll have a smaller pie, but you'll have a much bigger piece because you're not fighting as much. Like, if you have a game that is localized to only Japanese, or like that is also localized to Japanese, a lot of Japanese people can't play a lot of good English games because they just don't know the language. And it's like, you're giving yourself the rest of the sales. It's not that hard unless you're making visual novels and whatever. So if your game is not out yet, you check all of these languages, you check as many as you can, you'll localize the Steam page as well. If you have this checked and the Steam page is localized, then you will show up in discovery queues and whatever. And what you can then do is if you're like, oh, actually nobody from Korea wishlisted the game, I don't want to bother with Korean localization, you just remove these like a week before launch, and it's fine. Then Steam doesn't look at it. Steam, when you submit your final build for game approval, Steam will check, okay, these are all the languages you say it supports. Can we, the Steam moderation team, actually change the language to all of these things? For example, Forge Industry, when we first launched it, on the Steam page, we still said, oh, we're going to support Chinese, but we dropped Chinese support. So the first build we submitted actually got denied because they're like, yeah, there's no option to play Chinese in the game. So we just had to remove Chinese then, and it was fine for them. Compared to the amount of work, localizing might not make sense to target all those languages is all I'm saying. I think you don't understand how easy it is to localize and how much it helps. Wait, no. Let's go here. Income, sales stats. Ah, damn. We got back up. Yes, I it's time. Let's take a look at the last 3 months. Japan, 33%. United States, 30%. Korea, 12%. These are 3 different languages, my dudes. Australia, UK, okay, Canada, Germany, they know it. Indonesia is one we dedicated localized for as well. Indonesia is one that kind of knows English, but having the language as well helps. What if I go more than 3 months? Then we get more Japan, yeah, more Indonesia, more China. We have German localization, although more German people do understand the game. Best idea is to learn all the languages and then write the localization yourself. I did manual localization for Forge Industry to Japanese. It was miserable. It was like me with my little textbook. It wasn't good. So yeah, because at the end of the day, a meh translation is still better than no translation for the most part. I like how it has to specify which Korea. Yeah, I saw that post on Reddit about how they spent 20k on localization and got 60k of it. Yeah, Game Analytics shows the players by country. Some games just don't go well in certain countries. Like, for example, this is one I know. A difficult game about climbing, right? This game is giant in English-speaking countries, mainly, and like 9.5%. But then, for example, Getting Over It? No, yeah, I think Getting Over It is like much bigger in China compared to it. And then you would think a game like Jump King, they had, I think, nobody in a country like Japan, whereas then Stretcher Man, they were big in, yeah, Japan and China was 60% of their total audience once again. Oh, I am blocking it, I just realized. Oopsie. Like, even games in similar genres sometimes just connect with a specific localized audience. Landwirtschaft Simulator is still very big in Germany, apparently. And then Poland. Yeah, it's like, I mean, this is a bit different though. Like, this is a big company. This is not a like indie game at the end of the day. But still, don't just be like, oh, I'm only gonna focus on English, because you're literally throwing away money. Now, the thing is, if you are making a monster truck game, you're always throwing away money. So there's not much you can do about that. Like Tibia in Sweden back in the day, Ragnarok Online. Yeah, like certain games just perform really well for some reason in certain countries. And I think you shouldn't knock that because of my English superiority. Yeah, Germany is so big for management games and point and click games and things like that. Oh my god, the posts keep coming. Jesus Christ. Prototype the game, currently working on actually improving it. I want to know what you think about the channel. Oh, it's this one. I'm not gonna scream, I'm sorry. This is the most streamer unfriendly game for me to play. I've seen this before. We're getting closer to launch and I kind of want to know if there's anything we could do better with our Steam page. You get a better font. The font is not a great fit. I don't know. No, it's not Scream. I'm pretty sure it is, my dude. Just stock is enough. That is still very cringe. Move the ball by staying on the platform. The louder you are, the faster you go. Hello. This is so dumb. What am I supposed to do? The red platform's launched me, so I have to be like fast. This kills any flow that I could have with an audience, basically. Like right now, I'm not even playing the game, basically. I'm just talking about how this game is a dumb idea. But it's like, I don't think this is the, oh, I can do sensitivity as well. Hello. Okay, now I die. Okay, fine. And you try again. This is really hard because you have to remember that a YouTuber has to entertain first, and you're forgetting about that entertainment aspect here, I think, because I can't have a normal conversation. Splattercat just uploaded a video of my demo breaking the embargo. I said in the mail, now I received messages from other YouTubers if I gave special permission. What should I do? PR drama. Because on the one hand, it's like Splattercat, and it's like, oh, how they shouldn't do it. Yeah, you don't want him to take it down. There's a problem. There's no winning now. This is dumb, Damien. I'm sorry. I'm even surprised that people have been reaching out to you about this. Yeah, Arrows of Madness. Yeah. There's no good response to this, because no matter what you do, basically you lose. You can start drama on Twitter, and Splattercat will hate you, but you'll have the moral high ground. And then he will probably be like, okay, fine, I'll take it down, get fucked. On the other hand, you have people knocking at your door. Either I would just tell them nothing, just don't respond. I know this sounds dumb, but sometimes the best thing you can do is just shut up and the problems will go away. If they've planned for the content at this point, is the embargo like days out or is it like weeks out? That's, I think, another thing. It is pretty shitty of Splattercat, of course, to break embargoes. It's January 20th. Oh, it's 11 days. That's very early. If it was like 2 days, whatever. Because that means that other creators still have enough time to be like, you know, fuck this guy, Robin. He didn't tell me about the embargo, or like the embargo was different for me. They can still cancel. Or you can respond and be like, hey, just so you know, Splattercat ruined the embargo. But then you also don't win because it's like... Yeah, because here it also says Realm of Madness download. So I guess in your email you were like, oh yeah, the demo is coming out the 20th. So now people, if they do want to play it, they'll go to the Steam page and be like, hey, there's no demo. Yeah. This is fucked. Because you probably can't rush, like 2 weeks of dev time is a long time. You probably needed that for the demo, so you can't upload it now either, although you did have a build for Splattercat. The demo is done. put it up and send to if there's some YouTuber reaching out and just be like, yeah, if the YouTuber is like, what do you mean Splattercat already uploaded? Just yeah, explain that you lifted. Like if someone asks to say like, yeah, Splattercat broke the embargo, feel free to upload it at any point. This sucks. I'm sorry this happened to you. I'm just as disappointed in this as you are. I think that would probably be the best way to get around this. But yeah, Splattercat, not nice. Launch the demo already. Keep the embargo for other people, but if you say like people are, because reaching out, because to like you're sending emails to another 150 people, a lot of them probably also won't play the game. So you send them an email of like, yeah, actually Splattercat broke the embargo already. Doesn't give them more of a reason, because like they're probably not going to want to cover it. If someone does reach out to you and it's like, hey, what's going on, my dude? Then be like, hey, look, Splattercat, big oof, big L, and do something about like that. I don't think you should farm the drama, because that's the other approach, of course. You can't go onto Twitter and be like, @Splattercat, oh, I guess Blue Sky, @Splattercat, how could you do this, ruin my thing, and start a post on r/GameDev. The problem is you're going up with the single biggest guy on YouTube, basically, for indie showcasing. If you put this on Reddit, half of the people will be like, oh my god, that's so bad, but they will still send out emails to Splattercat because they understand the value in it. And then the other half will be like, oh, stop being a fucking crybaby, you still got free coverage. I would give my left nut for Splattercat to cover my game. Yeah, it is a dick move, but it's like, okay. It's like the PayPal honey drama. Okay, it's weird. People are gonna keep using it, even though, oh, my honey bad and they don't give me the best discount or whatever. It's still like better than nothing. People will be like noble and all of like, oh, we should uninstall honey, but it's like, how many people actually care? Not enough that it's actually gonna matter. It's not like you're gonna boycott Splattercat and he's gonna give an apology and give you free coverage or whatever. So yeah, he probably didn't do this on purpose. He doesn't work alone. Maybe he fucked up the scheduling, because he just like makes like these videos like early. You've got decent views already, performing all right, typical. That's probably the best way. Also, the moment there's drama, the views go up again. Now we're at 130 instead of 110 people. Yeah, I guess keep following it. How's this video performing? I think you can see compare. Ranking? Yeah, ranking. Not enough data. Aww. But it looks like the video is performing above average at least. So it sucks. But if someone does ask, just be like, yeah, too bad, so sad. I was gonna look at Thalassophobia. Thalassophobia is a 4-player online co-op diving horror game. You're into master dive, retrieval objects from sunken vessels. So this is basically Murky Divers, but high poly PBR. Right. Hi, Volcanic. I think the capsule needs work. The capsule is very basic and boring. Whereas if you look at what Murky Divers does, it's very different. Oh, they got a new publisher. I don't think they always had the publisher. Like, the font is so basic, there's no big monster on it. Are horror games good for localization to Korean and Japanese? Absolutely, especially, like, Japan loves horror games as well. Like, that's the whole thing of, like, Chilla's art and everything. Chinese as well. Horror is very big in China as well. Super big. And super janky horror, even. It's, like, pretty big in China. Because there's just so many people. The capsule needs, like, a diver. The capsule needs, like, a shark or a monster or something. This doesn't really inspire much. Like, this doesn't give me much feelings. Simplified Chinese for localization, yes. Just simplified. Like, no need for, like, Cantonese and whatever. There's not as much. It's, like, kind of a dying-ish language. At least, like, the younger generation doesn't really learn Cantonese as much. The names have to be unique on Steam? No, but you're making it super hard for yourself to stand out. If people then look up Thalassophobia game and they get like 5 different games on like YouTube, for example. It's like, which is mine? For the capsule, we could look at the game The Cult. The Cult. I feel like that's just you trying to... China's blue water. Yeah. This is just fun. Yeah, is Phasmophobia like that? Phasmophobia. Yeah, different font. Also, less white space. When in doubt, crop it out. You see the difference? Phasmophobia is much bigger than Thalassophobia. I'm gonna release a game on Steam called Steam that'll stand out. I think there were some like weird ones about it. You mentioned point and click. Point and click games is basically only still a thing in Germany and nowhere else. I think. I'll quickly take a look at it actually. Games, subgenre, point and click. Released in the last year. I'm sorry, Thalassophobia, we'll get back to you. Okay. Top is like 1 million. What do these games have? Okay, 63% US, 30% China, 30% Korean. Okay. Huh. There's not even enough. I guess these are not. The German ones are different though. Like their point and click is like a different style. Probably not even as big, but as you can see, it doesn't earn a lot of money. Like top revenue is 1 mil. A lot of them are like 100K, whatever. This sounds like a German one. China, yeah, German 10%. Russian. Why Russian? Why always Russia? Yeah. Show something human in the capsule. It's like what Murky Divers does, for example. They have a character. It's diving. It's underwater. What does Subnautica do? They also have like stuff underwater, I think, right? Yeah. I think. Like this is something you could make yourself. I don't think you're this. I think you'll probably have to commission something if you want to do it good. Here, for the capsule. I don't think just text and nothing else works. I think that's not how you should approach it. Like Subnautica, maybe color phobia in a different color. Yeah. Or have like some other effect. Like, yeah, indeed, Subnautica, Thalassophobia. Ah, I have an idea. I want to get a strong silhouette in the capsule. New. Okay. Let's do something dumb. I don't want generative. I want. Can I just do content aware? Whatever. Edits. Content aware fill. Apply. Ta-da. Good enough. Okay, let's merge these two layers. I'm gonna add a layer to change the brightness. Oh, different color. Black opacity. 20% so it looks darker. Add a text. Thalassophobia. I think it's 2 L's, right? I already forgot. No, 2 S's. Thalassophobia. Make font bigger. I think it's chiller. It's like a very basic font. I feel like I got the same font as Phasmophobia or something. Let's make this bigger. 48. I can make this bigger if I really want. Ta-da. Yeah, you probably want a more bold font, whatever. Give it some drop shadow, because that's how you should do it. Make it stand out more. And then, what was it? Make this like a different color. Okay, this looks kind of weird, but on the other hand, You get what I'm going for, guys? Like, if you compare it to this, like, I guess you could make it like even darker still, because it is like a horror game. Text only works for particular fonts and on some there's column brand recognition. Yeah. Yeah, Kraken Tentacles. Well, like, I think you need to do more with the capsule, basically, is what it comes down to. Maybe not like this thing specifically. I do like the suggestion whoever gave it of the different color for phobia. It like stands out more. Oh, fast. Good job, fast. But I think that is something to look into. Actually, I think what we could do to make this look better is not radial. This and then put it on like 50, where it gets like gradually a bit brighter at the top. What about something diagonal, like the font is sinking? I wouldn't do that. I think keep it straight. Yeah, the point is you're not Hideo Kojima. You can't just do whatever you want and have it be a success anyway. This is super basic. That's what it comes down to. It keeps coming. Chicken with shoes. Oh god. Damien, this looks so fucking AI generated. No? You made it yourself? Oh god. Okay, no. The capsule is AI generated, I feel, compared to the actual pixel art stuff. Okay, issue number 1, do not mix your pixel sizes. Biggest mistake you can do. Yeah, okay. Hello, click play. Great game. Is this I'm clicking, by the way. It's just not doing much. Oh, this page is slowing down Firefox. Oh, we finally got there. Oh my god, I can't jump with spacebar. What is wrong with you? There's no smoothing. Add some smoothing for running, I feel. Let's eat and try. You seem awfully harmful, Chimkin. What are you doing? Oh. Point set. Okay. I mean, what do you want me to tell you? Like, you made a pixel art platformer, I guess. Unless you can stick a pause, you have no problems. Okay. What is the stamina? I don't get it. What is the blue bar I have? There's nothing here. I feel like I'm already lost. There's nothing here either. I guess I can go back up here. Oh, god damn it. I think, yeah, a big problem is that everything is like different pixel size. Yeah, camera lags behind. It feels weird. I don't know. Oh, I was able to flap earlier, I feel. No? Yeah, so I can't go up here. That's fine. So I can only go this way. The enemies aren't exactly challenging. I got my water. Oh. Ah, it's instant deaths. What is the blue bar then? I feel like it's useless. Do something like the goats in Super Metroid. I don't know what the goats in Super Metroid do. Oh, is that something? No, there's nothing. Oh, this is where I was earlier. But like, it just ends here, right? Yeah. I don't know where to go from here. Do yourself a favor. Oh yeah. No, water blob enemy. And keep making 3D games. Really good game design. Okay, well, Goop Dev is apparently a bigger fan than I am. Stamina is for jumps and abilities, but I don't think I have any jumps and abilities unlocked yet, right? It's like, this is one of those games that doesn't need to be made on Steam anymore. It's like cool if you want to learn pixel art, but if so, biggest problem is the mixing in size of your characters. That game is trash for trying pixel art. Okay. Level design is also too confusing. Counters too easily, too weird. Yeah. Okay. Is it an easy? Is it a window thing? Okay, perfect. What did it say? Game for the Australian Game Jam. Vampire survives, but in 3D there was a lot more that I would like to add, but it's just a fantastic game. You survive for 100 seconds. Windows build looks a lot better as well. Can I? Oh, it's 4.5. Like half a cake. I'm not gonna do that. I'm sorry. That's the old build. Okay. Oh, this is what you submitted to me. How do I shoot? Okay, there's no controls. Oh, I right click. Oh, it doesn't have my. Oh, it doesn't have my pointer. Oh, this is so annoying. Oh, this is unplayable because I can't. If I aim too far, I just go out of my window. Okay, this is very awkward. I'm gonna restart it and see if it can not lose my cursor this time. Wait, is playtest 2 the old build or the new build now? Oh, download playtest 2. Okay, I see. Sure thing, buddy. 37 minutes ago. Okay, yeah, I see. Original download, my dude. Yeah, playtest 2.0. Okay, we have 30 seconds. Hint, remove the old version indeed. Yeah, Levante, what I would say is just put Killer Junkyard. I've already played this game, Brooke. Yeah, did anything change? I played this game for the Spooky Game Jam thing, I think. Not Spooky Game thing. But I've played this game before. And it was okay. There were some issues with it. I don't know if you've addressed those issues though. So I'm not gonna cover this one again. Oh, then never mind. Yeah. Wait. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Let me find it. Live. Bum, bum, bum. Here, playing your spooky games. No, it wasn't this one. I played it on my own, I think. But it was in this period. Bad stream. Game trailers, game trailer, white stream. Where was the next test? Oh, I think here, this one. Yeah. I did, yeah. Here, Killer Junkyard. 1 minute 57. Oh, he looks so young. I played the game back then. In the meantime, this should be downloaded. Let's go. I didn't play it with Thomas, I played it solo. Coldbloom Big Man 4.exe. Sure thing. Okay, it's windowed. Good beginning, because it's a Godot game. And they start windowed by default. Oh god, it's not windowed. Fuck my life. Settings, full screen. Let me turn it off. Let's turn music down again. Ta-da. Back. Start. Do we go crossbow, sword, fist, or orb? I love the icons. What are we going for, chat? I feel like a real streamer. Are we going for crossbow? Can I do like balls? I remember. Start a ball. Yeah. Add option. Okay. Guys, I want to try this out. Crossbow, sword, fist, and orb. What weapon? Start ball. Okay. Chat, is this real? Can you guys, okay. This is beautiful. If you wanna know, okay. It seems like orb is winning. Yeah. I feel like Orbit is and Paul. I am a pro live streamer now. Is that like a ray? Okay, so I'm moving around. Where are the enemies? Okay, so this is an enemy. Aha! What's the range of orb? It feels very hard to estimate range with this thing. I think you should also just increase movement. Ice Bolt, Fire Ring, Lightning Strike. Lightning Strike it is. I think speed needs to go up a lot here. Also, it seems like there's a cooldown on my orb, but there's no clear visible indication of when I can use it again. Oh. I just arrived, will I be able to watch this live later? Of course. VODs never get removed. Reduces damage. Ice Bolt it is. Because you see like it's in a 3D point, but it's limited. So I can't see how far exactly it goes. And now it's on cooldown again. Oh. Oh, the enemies go like slightly faster than I do. So once they get on me, there's no way to escape, I feel. Because there's no sprinting. It's an issue we have in Magical Girl Guardians as well. That's kind of bad game design. Because it's like, once they're on you, there's nothing you can do about it. Because my guess, I feel like you need to handle the pausing of the game better. Increases the size of spells 10%. So they're like 10% longer as well. Because it's no 10% damage increase at least. Like you see how they get closer than I can, and it's very... I feel like orb should be smaller and be like a thrown projectile or something. Oh, yeah. So now we have the same problem that we have in Force Industry. Not Force Industry, Magical Girl Guardians. The enemy was like inside of my arms, so to say, and the bolt is thrown from the orb in the middle, which means that if the enemy is closer than that, which they can get because they're faster than you can't hit them. Basically, and especially since the enemies are faster, you can't escape from them either, so it's just miserable. Speed for this game has to be vastly increased, definitely, because at the end of the day it's a first-person survivor, like, you know how we called that back in my day? An arena shooter. You're making an arena shooter at the end of the day, and the level design is like the most important thing there. And like how the game feels, it's like, you know, this is there's like this meme of like Silicon Valley reinvents the bus, where like, oh, I'm paused, but like I can still partially move. Where you're like, this is kind of a genre that has been existed for 30 years already, but because you're like, oh, it's like a survivor, like, but first person, it doesn't feel like that. It just feels like an arena shooter with like roguelike power-ups. Are you saying orb should be ball? I don't know what it should be. Can I go back to main? I want to try another weapon. Let's try crossbow. Oh, I still have an orb. I think you don't correctly... Why is the arrow so slow? Like, can I... Does the laser also get shot? I am dual wielding weapons now. Main menu. Start. Sword. I feel like fist is gonna be the same thing though. No. Now this is a game I can stand behind. Streaming cheating. Why are the arrows so goddamn slow? I feel like I'm unstoppable now. Oh, why choose one? Pick them all. Let's do this. Sure thing. Okay, I got achievement. This feels so broken. It just... I think another thing that, like, you say it's a survivor-like, something I learned from Magical Girl Guardians, is it like a survivor? Like at the end of the day, you don't have to manually like trigger when you're attacking. You're just always attacking, kinda. And we don't have that here. I still have, like, this is just an FPS that you made. I'm sorry, this is not a survivor. Like, it's an FPS with roguelite elements. I think this bug could be a decent feature, as in just like there's like this one boomer shooter where you just get more hands and more guns. I don't know the name of it. Also, is it cheating? I feel like this is not. Oh, I just died. Okay, well. That's a side as well. Thank you, Killer Junkyard. Or like in Potato, you have 8 weapons or something. Yeah, like. I think that's the video. Is it Prote? I think this is the YouTuber. No, this is not. It's not this, I think. There was this one YouTuber who does like Doom Eternal highlight reels. Here, Oif. This is the guy I was talking about. Like, this is today the like game you're kind of competing with, right? He has maybe here. He has one for Ultra Kill, I thought. I don't know exactly. Oh yeah, here, Mr. Ultra Kill himself. And this is like the crack cocaine that you are. This is a first-person survivor, like almost as well, if you want to compare it. But it's like, you know, this feels so much. I'm sorry if you're epileptic, you're gonna die. I'm sorry. So this is Calm Before the Storm. I'm gonna get rid of the lo-fi music as well for a second, so we get the true vibes. Like, this is the style of game that you should end up with, like how this feels versus what we were playing earlier. I know this is like very much over the top, but this is more of the style I feel like you should go for instead of the block out, slow moving, all of that. Oh, it gets even worse here. Actual acid trip. Apparently it gets even worse. Right. I love this game. Music for fast driving. It's really a mix between Risk of Rain 2 and Vampire Survivors with some god zombies thrown in. Yeah. Maybe. I think the build, like the idea, it's not a Survivors, but in 3D. I think it's just funny. It's not a bad game idea, because arena shooters are like pretty good. The problem is the bar for these shooter games has gotten so goddamn high, because at the end of the day, I think arena shooter is an actual tag on Steam, right? Yeah, it is. And yeah, you get like Ultra Kill, War Robots, Pixel Gun 3D, damn, Echo Point Nova. And it's a very different style of game, like Turbo Overkill, Straftot 1v1, what the fuck is this? Like, these games are very different still. Shooters but to be fast-paced games, indeed. Unless you're making like the tactical ones, but like the Armas and the Insurgencies and whatever, you probably don't want to make that. This right now is like neither. Which sells the most? I don't know. Like, the boomer shooters are hard because it's also like, yeah, there's a bunch of issues with that as well, but you're gonna have to do some spiritual soul searching or whatever. I'm not stopping anytime soon, it seems. We've been going for 3 and a bunch of hours, guys. My poor me. Game Jam old title and new Steam page preview. There are 2 different games. Here's old Cigarettes and then new game. What do you think of this? I may want to upgrade the graphics and port to Steam. Also, I got this preview of Steam page on another game. Okay, so this preview non disponibile in Italiano. Open in browser. Is there much we can see from this overwing? In surreal scans were apparently burst. You are the white eagle. This part doesn't tell me anything. Surrounded, it's real skies for boundaries burst. Guardian of the sacred core. What the fuck is a sacred core? By day gather lost souls to unlock and upgrade your abilities, pushing your powers to unimaginable extremes. Soar faster, strike harder, and wield the sky itself as your weapon. It doesn't really explain to me what I'll be doing. It's very abstract. And here, once again, is the same thing. I think it needs some more verbs of what actually is going to happen. Second thing you have. Okay, Ziggurise, WebGL. What do you think? I want to upgrade the graphics and port to Steam. Okay. Ziggurat defense gameplay. For the Alakazam. Defend your ancient ruins using all the powers. Shooting, buddy. Screenshot and trailer. Yeah. Just make Ultra Guild Cyber Grind, but that Vampire Survivors, like, I don't know how pro. Okay. Oh, can I not? I can only full screen this. Okay, fine. I think I can just zoom in. No, I want to zoom in. I have to use like my touchpad on my laptop to zoom in. Okay. It looks like magical cards. This is. Oh, this is a tutorial. So build phase. I have 20 gold. Now I have 0 gold. Start invasion. So I have my Ziggurat. Oh, movement is very rough. Can I only zoom in? Oh no. Ooh. Okay, so sensitivity needs some work. Okay, now it's fine. Okay, looks. I don't like the zoom into isometric mode. It's like. This is ISO, this is perspective, and it looks very weird to mix both of these, I feel. Okay, so I can add more turrets if I want, or I can upgrade the Ziggurat. I'm gonna upgrade still, because I got the money, and then add one more. Like, it's very zoomed out, it's a start invasion. This is made in 48 hours. Okay, so tower defense games are a weird one on Steam, where standalone tower defense doesn't work often anymore. There needs to be something more. Like what you see often now is like a Thronefall, tower defense and city builder. That's a pretty common approach you see now that seems to be performing pretty well. Okay, the right click to do kind of sometimes spaz out. You can pick up the target mouse speed by tracking the user click on the buttons. Oh, like that. Speaking of mouse, my mouse is stopped. Okay, we're back. We're so back. I'll upgrade the Ziggurat. And now we get an extra floor, which means that probably I can put down more turrets, right? Wait, why are they connected? Oh, I don't have enough money for it. I'll probably want to do something on the other side. Speed turrets. The question is, how do you make this? Do you make this a full game? Because if you just upgrade the graphics, it's not going to be enough. Okay, it seems like I'm going to die now as well. I feel like I didn't fuck up though, right? I feel like I lost the game too early. Because in my opinion, I'm losing now. Because there's nothing I can do, like no manual intervention of like what these games often have is just like a skip fast forward button, because like this is painful. Would it be possible to make this into a roguelite? I think going into like city builder is probably your better approach than roguelites. Or like management game where you actually have to like prepare the Ziggurat maybe and things like that. I noticed most small devs keep repeating. The thing is, this is for a game jam, guys. Like, it's fine for a game jam. I'm kind of missing what makes it, like, wowzers, though. Add a fire turret as well, I guess. Like, the idea is alright. But it has some key game design flaws, I feel. How's the anime girl? Yeah, it's going better than this, I think. I told Thomas earlier to start working on getting the playtest build ready. I'm hoping by next weekend it should be done. Yeah, there's a lot of things you can do, I think, but you need to get a much more expanded gameplay loop. Because like now I have enough money, but I can't build more things. I can't be like, oh shit, I need to do this last resort thing, like in Bloons Tower Defense, for example. You can add like nails and whatever for like, oh, there's like a little bit of extra thing I need. So yeah, I don't think it's just a matter of upgrading the graphics and calling it a day. How much will it be? Like $6.99, I think. But I mean, game is not gonna be out yet. $6.99 or $5.99. Quick first impression and feedback on what I should look out for and improve for my next games. Oh.
New 10 donation from Kay. Hi Marnix.
Hi Carrie as well. Thank you very much for dropping in. Yeah, it's for 48 hours. It's definitely fixable though. Okay, so this is an itch page. The Last Stand, short fun runner game. As you ride along the streets for your lost ride before moving to another safer city, try and avoid all your obstacles. Bumps on your head can't be avoided. Lava has to be avoided. Burning's terrible bit. ADSQ is shield, jump is space. Okay, I think that's fine. You've got screenshots, you got a video. Okay. You have no anti-aliasing on your screenshots almost, I think. Which is another thing. Almost 120 peeps here on a weekday. Wow, yeah. Views have been pretty alright for the live streams where we don't work on our own games. That's what I've learned. If we live stream us work on our own games, nobody gives a fuck. When I do this stuff, or when it's just like me talking for 3 hours, people love that. Can I like zoom this in? Okay, no, it's just... Can I pause? I can't pause. Okay. Oh, the ducking is not instant. Okay, this feels like a MOBA. Oh, my... Okay, can I jump over the rocks? I can. Fine. Oh, I want to go out of it. I'm so... Oh, I can get health. Okay. It's fine. I level. This looks like one of those MOBA games ads. Like, you know, those fake... I don't know. That's probably not a good thing. I don't think you have anti-aliasing turned on your game, which would probably be another easy W. You have the shield. The shield is very different from the rest of the game's visual style. The problem also is you can see the camera going through the trees. You probably want to fade out the trees before it goes through the camera. It looks kind of weird. But yeah, this looks like those like level 1 boss versus level 99, like level 1 mafia member versus level 99 boss game. I'm not sure what the plan was for this. I'll read the Discord again in a second. Okay, it's starting to feel very repetitive now. It feels very much like my first Unity project because I followed the Bracky's tutorial. But hey, you're riding a unicycle! I didn't even notice that. Was this made before or after Unicycle Pizza Time was announced and where you're like, I want a unicycle as well? When did this come out? Does it say? Ah, this was before Unicycle Pizza Time. You were ahead of the trend. This is Unicycle Pizza Time V1, and we are V2 apparently. But it is a unicycle-like indeed. Arms are indeed also strangely long. I usually watch both, but these game jams are a good hook for the general audience. Yeah, I guess. It'll be. Do you have other games? I feel like the name also doesn't matter. Okay, no, it's just Lost Stand Riding. What? They are activated by the Q key. I feel like this is weird. I think Elumasa, yeah, right, not too much about Godot and learning. Why is the Q key written out? That's not what the Q key stands for, I think. Oh yeah, Game Dev TV, Game Jam, free course for all submissions. Ah, I see. That's how you can do it. Yeah, you didn't perform great. I mean, pretty good on fun. How many submissions in total? Hey, top 35%. So that's good. How do you become Alpha Giga Chat Coder? You fight Sam Altman and you consume ChatGPT. I don't know. Wait, is that a first game? It's a good start for a first game, yeah, definitely. You could have been the OG Unicycle Pizza Time, honestly, because of the unicycle. I think there's not much actionable I can give you though, because it's like this is a hyper casual game at the end of the day. You made a hyper casual game, which doesn't work great for PC. For learning Godot, it's like fine, but then some of the problems are also with your models. Like the houses are very flat. Like the render thing here looks pretty nice, honestly. Like the Blender render or whatever it is versus the real game is very different. Like, you know, do you see the doors and the shadow and all of that? And like very harsh shadows. I think just find a good genre and keep making games is, I think, the best one. Send it out to Crazy Games. Yeah, this is kind of like a game on Crazy Games. Crazy Games may not even approve this, though. I think this may even be too low for Crazy Games standards. Which, I don't know, says a lot. Oh god, it keeps coming. You don't need to do the live stream tag, by the way. Feedback on things I could add or change. Point of origin by Construct Games. It's for Epic Mega 2019. Jesus, my dude. We have this saying in Dutch because no, I don't want to click that. God damn it. No thanks. We have this saying in Dutch. Oude koeien uit de slot halen. Does this translate to English? Getting old cows out of the chat. It's kind of like an idiom. Of like, you don't need to keep bringing this up. It's like 2019, my dude. It's been 6 years. Let it go. But sure, I'll give it a go. Did I download it already? Yeah. No, I didn't. Download now. No thanks. Take me to downloads. Oh, I need to push this button still. Download. Posting my submission soon. Guys, I want to sleep at some point. It's been 3.5 hours. Water just splashed back in my eyes. Point of origin. It's kind of small for an Unreal game, honestly. Only 77 megabytes. 88, sorry. Okay. Isn't he in jail? Not Sam Altman, I think. Looks very unreal-y. Created for Epic Man. Puzzle maze where the walls can only be seen once you found them. Surprised you're still going back, to be honest. Anything for the content, guys. The moment we drop under 100 viewers, I quit. Escape the maze and reach Earth. Okay, so... Oh, this navigation is awkward, where like, it turns to where I'm looking. But then it's like, either it should be locked or it's like, I feel like this should almost be a first person, like a top-down style game instead of first. The controls feel, okay, so that, aha, and then once I found it, okay, it is like a cool visualization. Can I go out? I guess I can just fall to my death, right? Yeah, okay. And then now I can see the lines, so I just keep going. It's a maze. I think they have the same problem here. Like, I don't know how you turn this into a Steam game. Also, the field of view is... Oh my god, I'm an idiot. This isn't the full screen. This is why I don't play most games on stream, because this only runs in... fuck, what is it? Ultra wide. I can't play this otherwise. So you guys have... You're looking at this in like 2/3 of the total thing. I can't play this. This is why I say I can't do demo streams for the most part, because I can't make it a good experience. Why did no one tell me that I'm stupid? You rightfully hated my 2D game, told me to stick to 3D. First attempt at 3D modeling and animations did better in 2D. Just test an area to compress 10 megabytes for Discord. God, just exercise. It feels like 3D Limbo. Except the main character is like too bright. Yeah, I'm running an ultra wide. Wait, I can bring it up again. I showed earlier to chat. This is the streaming setup. So I'm on the ultra wide, and then this is 16 by 10. Alt enter in Unreal will switch windows to full screen. I did not know that though. So I have like my fancy zone set up, as you can see from like this, that it takes up exactly the 16 by 9 area. But if a game like defaults to full screen, I would love to have a 32 by 9 Samsung Odyssey. I wouldn't. It works for all Unreal games. I did not know that. I'll give it another shot then. This looks fine, honestly. You can almost make it like one of those rage games. Like the style, it's not great, but I can see where you want to go with it, I think. Just add some art direction and you'll be fine. 32 by 9 is tricky because full screen. 32 by 9 is easier because you can just split it in half and you'll have 16 by 9 again. Now I have like this awkward thing where it's not exactly 16 by 9. Point of origin. Alt enter. Okay, let's give it another go. Yeah, no, bro. That doesn't work. I don't know if you can see, like, it glitches out. I can't do it. Oh, the quit button also has stopped working now. Okay, Alt F4 it is. That one does still work. Also, CG Games MX, I don't know if you know, but we actually have a Rage Quit bundle. Cycle, pizza time. Here, buy a Rage Quit bundle, bundle info. Again, I Hate My Legs and Unicycle Pizza Time for 10% off. So, it's a thing. I think we've sold like 4 bundles lifetime. I can see. Calm, sales stats. But it's like the one with golfing it with Alva. Russian text? What Russian text? Which one is rage quitting quicker? I don't know. Bundles. Oh, we sold 10 units of the bundle, apparently. That's pretty good. We also, temporarily, I had a bundle that was Forge Industry and Unicycle Pizza Time. It sold 5 units, apparently. I removed it, though, because it doesn't really make sense. Like, these are 2 very similar games. Yeah, those are free sales, basically. I don't know if they're free sales, but it feels like, why wouldn't I do it? Kinda. Because it's like, yeah, 10%, like 9.8% discount. It's still, like, decent money-ish that you get from it for not doing anything, basically. I think in our case, definitely, I did carry the sales a bit, I think, because that's the thing, like, the idea is you partner with equal games. What's a quick game I can pump out on Steam for cash? Make a horror game. It's gonna be it. Make a shitty horror game and get some YouTuber to cover it. And House of It. Yeah, there are definitely like those bundles, like for example, what was it, Bellatro, and oh yeah, Bellatro and Slay the Spire. I guess both are roguelike deck builders, but there are definitely some weird bundles out there as well, like Backpack Battles and Slay the Spire, and that doesn't make as much sense. I feel I reached out to some, like, if you're making an actual like game that you think would actually fit in like the Unicycle Pizza Time bundle thing, and it's out and you think it's actually a good game and it makes sense, do let me know, because then we can still add it. We can do stuff with it. Like, I'm open to this. If it's a good game and it's out and it fits the quality standard of these 2 games, kinda, it can always be nice. And do a bundle of your anime girls with an else content game. I don't know about that. Oh god, 2 new posts, guys. First attempt in multiplayer. Social touching game. Realize another experience to make something fun. Something you and your buddies kind of chilling. Get some advice and critique. Understand? Since I'm just starting, there might not be much to say. Can I open this in browser? Open link. Yeah. Oh, it just downloads it. Great. Well, we'll download it so I can put it on the big screen. What amount of sales despite me games consider as a commercial success? Depends on how long we develop. I think 10K would be pretty good too. The thing is, at the end of the day, you need to activate Windows, by the way, but it's always gonna reach a number at some point. It's like, what is the initial velocity, or kind of how long are we looking? Because if I'm like, I want to sell 10K sales or 10K gross, I could do that in a month, or I could do that in 5 years from now. I think commercial success, like 100 reviews or whatever, yeah, input versus output. If I spent 2 years on Guild Architect and it makes 10K, I would cry. If we spent 1 month on Unicycle Pizza Time and it made more than 10K, I am happy. So it's hard. How did sales numbers continue with Unicycle Pizza Time? Really fucking well. I talked about this before. I'm gonna close a bunch of tabs. I have too many tabs open again. Look at this graph. Enhance. This is UPT. This is launch, and then this is in December. We have been making, if I look at the last 3 months, like we've been spiking here. We made 6K, like 6K gross in the last 3 months, which is like really solid, if you ask me. Like Unicycle Pizza Time in total is, what is it? 17K gross. So 6K was made of that in the last few weeks, and we're still doing pretty good. Like yesterday, 7 units, whatever, and then I think today we're already at more than that again. I think we were at like 85 bucks earlier. Come on. Today. Yeah, 24 copies today for UPT. There's no sale, nothing going on right now. This is just YouTubers and things like that playing the game, giving us organic coverage. You had a social deduction game multiplayer thing. No tutorial for the puzzles, just figure. Okay. Don't have anti-aliasing. Also, you recorded with like music from your PC in the background. Ah, this is so jank. Also, you say it's like multiplayer, but it's single player. If you're a solo developer, just don't make multiplayer games. 10K is 1 Nintendo Switch 2, 1 PS5. What? I don't want an RTX 1590. By the way, you need 180K to make that sustainable. Make what sustainable is the question. I think the... Wait, did you remove the post? Am I dumb? It's gone, right? It was here, and now it's this one. Okay, well. It's the first non-game jam project made by my studio. It's a PSX style horror game with Slenderman-like vibes. I'm looking for feedback on the core gameplay and overall experience. What worked, what didn't, could be improved. Some tips would be improved. Whatever, blah, blah, blah. I mean, 60,000 euros, you don't need to have 60K. I would rather just fuck off to a cheaper cost of living country. Better for Bite Me and better for me, because I hate Belgium anyway. Legibility of this logo is like ass. Holy shit, this hurts to read. Collie Soda Pop, but like the black artifacting is so hard. Yeah, like as well in Mexico, 25K USD a year is fine. You just don't live in like Germany or Norway or Belgium or some other dumb country. Do you accept zipped games? Prefer if they were on itch. Yeah, Code Monkey does it with 27K. Portugal is also lower cost of living. I think he would make a little bit more than 27K a year, but he probably lives pretty good in Portugal. Okay. Soda brand exists from 40s to 60s. Macabre incident or not just circulates. This tells me nothing, these screenshots. Because one, I don't speak whatever this language is to, it's just useless. Yeah, you could move to Thailand, to Japan, anywhere. Okay. Oh, it's half a gig. I don't want to download half a gig. Oh, it uses mic as well. What's the question? Feedback on the core gameplay and overall experience. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this for a different stream, the full-on game feedback. Where I live, you need to make like 8K. Yeah. Marnix would rather live in cartel land. I don't want to go to Mexico. Not that Antwerp is much better. What do you dislike Belgium so much? Because the weather is ass, because it's super expensive. Or like, everything is so expensive. You know how much a kilo of chicken costs? Fucking 14 euros. Hello? 5 years ago it was 6 euros. I feel like a boomer now, but it's crazy. I just go outside and it costs me 20 euros minimum. And it's like, that's why I'm stuck inside doing these live streams. Because at least I'm not spending money. There's nothing to do here. Like, the thing is, I'm not from a city or whatever. Like, where I live, there's nothing to do. And yeah, everywhere it's just so busy on the roads. The weather is ass. The food is meh. It's like, I am here just to like work, basically. I'm Belgium, I just work. And that's it. I don't do fun stuff. You're like, oh, when do you sleep? I sleep and I grind, and that's my life right now, because it's like, I don't want to go outside. And Antwerp is indeed, I feel like Antwerp at certain points, I studied in Antwerp, right? Like 5 years ago at this point, and I walked to the school every day, basically. It has gotten extremely like gang violent, because Antwerp, what we have, history lesson or geographical lesson, so I don't want that. We have the port of Antwerp. And what the port of Antwerp is the port of Antwerp, we have the cheapest cocaine in all of Europe, because our harbor is like the biggest import from like South American drugs and things like that. And and because of that, like, there's been a lot of gang stuff going on in Antwerp. Like, grenades get thrown like almost every day. Like, houses get shot up. There was this beautiful, like, funny story of a bunch of like gang members or whatever. They were supposed to kidnap some dude, and they got the wrong address, so they kidnapped the neighbor, and that's it. Yeah, there's like, wait, I'll explore north. Am I gonna find this? There's like, this is like this park, and there was like a sign put up of like, yeah, he was like, this barbecue got removed because it was too dangerous here, and things like that. There was some sign of like hand grenades not allowed because of it. It's a big problem in Antwerp. I've been at this point also like, I am not like a tiny, I'm not an like super scary dude. Also, like, if I walk to Antwerp now, there's always at least one angry homeless dude who like comes up to me and like demands money and things like that. It's very different. Yeah, Antwerp near the train station is pretty crazy as well. And I don't live in Antwerp. I live on the other side of Belgium, basically. But it's just like, our politics is a mess. I think it's been like 8 months now since our elections. We still don't have a government, which is fine. We're used to like 600 days without government. Like, you know, world record country without government. Oh, here. Belgium breaks own record for longest period without government. So it's like, it took 592 days, like 2 election cycles ago, I think. Yeah, 2018. Previous record was 541 days. And then I think the third record, like the third longest time without a government, was like Iran with like 250 days or something. It's different. Not to be a boomer or edgy either, but Antwerp used to be really nice. Now it's overpopulated. It says, well, no, it's kind of like the same problem as like in New York has maybe, where You have like parts like airlines. There's a lot of gentrification. Like you have parts like this where it's super expensive, but this is like the fancy and like normal area where you can still live like a good life, so without like being shot up. But this is super expensive. Whereas like here, the area from like here's the train station, everything like south, like inside of this, like the entire like this point basically is very shady, because like this area is like the Jew quarter, which we have like a lot of this is not a racist thing, by the way, guys, or like a Zionist thing, but like a lot of diamond trade is like in this area, and it's like one thing. And then we have like a Chinatown here, and then all of this is like also housing, and it's like, it's questionable. And then this is like the center. How do you pump out games so fast with two-man team with loot share on? I don't know, yeah. I just entered the live stream and I hear shit talking Antwerp. I wasn't alive in the 90s. I'm sorry. I'm comparing with 5 years ago when I studied there. Because I think we're running out of topics, and I mean it's been 3 hours and 45 minutes, so I think it's time to call it quits soon. What about working visas for foreign workers in Belgium? Belgium has shit. We don't do working holiday visas with anyone, basically. It's so sad. Like Netherlands, France, and Germany and UK all have really solid working visas with a lot of countries around the world. Belgium does none of that shit, so I can't even leave easily. Anyways, any last minute questions, any thoughts, any whatever? I'm gonna stop looking at this. You can still, where do you want to move? Japan? Of course, easy. I'm going back to Japan multiple times this year normally as well. The problem is just getting long-term visas. It's cheaper for me to rent an Airbnb, buy a plane ticket, and just move to Japan for 3 months and live there like a king, versus staying in Belgium and eating savingly and whatever. Thailand is nice as well, but I have a girlfriend in Japan, guys. I'm not gonna fuck off to Japan, to Thailand. I mean, like, yeah, I'll meet you once every so often. When are you buying one of those asbestos houses? Not yet, I think. Yeah, they're not a good deal. I would prefer to live like not in like a big city, but still in like a place where there's public transport and whatever. Opinion on Pitronka? What is Pitronka? Will you miss the last? I don't like the last. The last is so overpriced. I'm Colruyt and Little Gang and Albert Heijn a little bit. I thought Japan was super expensive. No, it's not anymore, because Belgium has gone through not a hyperinflation, but we got, I think, a total of 25% inflation in the 5 years. Like, it's been crazy, but like 14% in 1 year. Japan had no inflation, and then like, if you look at euro to yen, in over 5 years, it's gone from 120 to like, I was here at 170. You basically get a 40% discount on everything. That's why it's like cheaper to buy get an Airbnb, even though they're like overpriced compared to local rent and things like that. It's still cheaper than being in Belgium. Working culture in Japan is terrible. Yeah, I wouldn't want to work. I mean, working culture for Bite Me is also terrible, guys. It's almost 10 p.m. and I've been at this since 10 a.m. Any plans on doing collabs with content creators? Maybe a podcast like Thomas Brush does? No, I'm not planning on doing it. I've done one collab with Thomas Stewart. It's his best performing podcast kind of thing that he ever did. Wait here. Here, 9.1k views. How does indie dev build a game in 30 days for 1,100 bucks? So this is like the only collab we did. I didn't like this. I don't mean like I didn't like Thomas Stewart. I think I was a bad host still. Not host, bad guest. I don't know. And I don't think right now is the move to do a podcast style stuff either. I also don't think you need to expect Thomas Brush reaching out to us anytime soon for an interview. If he does, I would take it, but I don't think we would fit. I don't know. So yeah, if you want to see a collab, this is it. That's about it. Oh, Thomas Brush is live as well. I guess you can. I wish YouTube had like rating. Like, you know, like how on Twitch you can go and rate somebody else. I guess it's time for y'all to go and watch Thomas Brush. Thank you very much for having tuned in today and playing like showcasing all of your games, listening to me hate about it. And that's all I have to say. So thank you very much, and I'll see you guys in the next one.